First, there's only darkness. We hear the soft sound of breathing for a time. Then it is obscured by the quiet and chaotic sounds of an orchestra tuning and warming up. A rich velvet curtain is pulled open just a crack by a hand, and we see the silhouette of someone peering through, sneaking a glance at the stage and the seats and the balconies beyond. The figure looks down at their wrist as if to check the time, and then turns their attention back to the room beyond the curtain. We see a wide shot of the conductor. The theater behind her is empty and dark. This is a rehearsal. The rich red seats sitting vacant. Anybody who's anybody in Hong Kong would recognize this to be the Apple Blossom Theater, the premier opera house boasting some of the greatest musical talent in the world. The conductor takes a sip of water and taps her baton on the music stand, quieting the musicians with a steady look. As she begins to conduct the first piece, the heady sound of strings and wind instruments fills the massive room. We watch her for a time, elegantly directing the ebb and flow of volume and tempo with practiced flicks of her hands. And as the orchestra plays, one of the doors to one of the balconies on the conductor's right opens, permitting a handful of people into the chamber. The camera is still focused on the conductor, but behind her, we see a man in a white suit sit down at the front of the balcony while his escorts stand around behind him. As we slowly zoom in on the balcony, the music swells and flows and breaks into pizzicato strings. Close up on the white-suited man's clean hands, bedazzled with gold jewelry and gemstones, as he reaches into his jacket pocket for a silk handkerchief. The camera pans up his body dramatically to show him clad in tailored white linen, following his hand as he raises the handkerchief to the corners of his mouth, dabbing delicately. His mouth drawn into a frown, wrinkling his shaven chin. Panning up, we see a large nose and then a black eye patch, his good eye half closed, casual. Then a wider shot of the whole balcony. We see the man's cronies, all standing like shadows, all watchful. The orchestra continues to play, the rumble of timpanis like the hiss of thunder, and the balcony door opens again, this time to permit a petite man in a tuxedo. He looks awkwardly to his left and right, and then at the cohort of bodyguards, and makes his way to sit beside the man in the white linen suit, who doesn't seem to acknowledge him for a couple of breathless seconds. We see the man in the tuxedo look sideways, realizing that he's sitting on the blind side of casino magnate Felix Chow, and he opens his mouth. Felix looks sharply to regard this slight man in a tuxedo, sneers at the insolence of this open mouth. And as the orchestra changes to a light woodwind movement, the man in the white suit with the eye patch speaks. Marcel Chang, it is good of you to join us. I see you've made yourself comfortable. Unnecessarily so, for this will be a brief meeting. Mr. Chang, I commend you for the beauty and renown of this opera house. It has recently come to my attention that your wife, Lisa, is a fan of gambling, Mr. Chang. At this point, the little Mr. Chang in his tuxedo begins to visibly tremble, as Felix, with his eye patch, takes a second dab at his mouth again with his handkerchief. I hear that she enjoys poker the very most. Poker is a wonderful game. Have you ever played it? One must become adept at reading other people, though there are different methods one may employ. I, for one, am an excellent poker player. I can tell, for example, that you love your wife very dearly. I know this because you have allowed her to lose much of the profit you have seen from this beautiful opera house. I can also tell you that you are nearly sick with fear at this very moment, and I know this because you are saturated with the stink of it. You're a smart man, Marcel. You probably have some idea the vast amount of money your wife has lost at my casinos. In your opinion, What is a man to do when he is owed money that is not forthcoming? And Marcel Chang starts to plead. Please, Master Chow, if I can have 2 months, I can pay the debts owed to you in your establishments. My wife will stop owing. And then Felix backhands Marcel hard in the mouth, splitting his lip with some of the rings that he wears. Fool, brain-addled, drooling addicts like your wife will never stop stealing, gambling. That's why I entered this business to begin with. The customers are plentiful and recurrent. No, I intend to take something beautiful from you as repayment. You can choose the Apple Blossom Theater or the wife of the woman that you love.
Scintillating action, commanding combat sequences, thrilling new kung fu styles.
My name, as always, is Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my agile brother, Alex.
That's me. I'm very agile.
My jazzy friend, Justin.
Hey.
My martial artist friend, Mycl. Who's muted, but that's okay. And the judicious Joe.
Hello.
And we are back with Feng Shui Part 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be here on this Wednesday night. Feng Shui is like the itch you want to scratch so bad, and I'm so excited to be back in the boots with my very good friends. Guys, it's so good. So good. Lots of clapping tonight.
It's good to be back.
Good to be back, man. Apologies for the delay, technical issues and whatnot. Internet in Canada sucks balls. So, you know, Google Fiber and all that kind of stuff. I have to first off mention before all the cool jazz that's going to happen and follow. A big congratulations to my brother, Mr. Chris Viseau. And the birth of his daughter, Miss Rowan Madeline Bailey Viseau. Last name. Because they gave birth on Monday during the eclipse, actually. So congratulations to his wife and Chris. We love you, brother. We are thinking about you always. Lots of claps, that's what I said. If you watch this on YouTube, you go ahead and smash that like button. Ain't that right, Alex?
Smash it.
Give us the douchiest way to say smash that like button.
I need a backwards hat, but I don't have one.
You're good.
I'll just go like this.
Saying it is enough.
Smash that like button.
You're good. Make sure you do that. Follow us on Twitter. We're at INVICTUS Stream. It makes us feel good, and I don't really tweet much, so whatever. Also, Facebook. On Facebook, you can follow the page and you can join the group. When you follow the page, not much happens, but it makes us feel good. But when you join the group, you enter an elite core of people, a group of people who are so cool, so potent, so sexual that they get to become one with the stream. This got weirdly sexual. When you join the Facebook group, all the cool people hang out with you and you talk and it's such a great community. We were literally just talking about it before we started streaming. So please join that. But you also put your little hat in the ring. That's not the thing. For the possibility of winning MVP. What is MVP? It's the most valuable post. It's the post of the week that we thought elevated a sense of community, that maybe we just thought was really fucking sweet or funny. There's a lot of, 18 plus. I say that? Fuck it, 18 plus is always here. MVP, that's the thing. Elevates, all that kind of jazz. I am really excited for this week's MVP. And you know what? I'm going to double it, because fucking why not? That's the 18 warning. Let me go back to Alex so he can show that. Yeah. I'm going to go 2 MVPs this week because it's kind of,
what?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
We didn't talk about this, Harlan.
I'm so sorry.
No. This wasn't cleared by the people up above.
The committee. Well, hold on, let me check. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, we got approval. I'm going to first give it to a new member, Mr. Liam Canavan Randall. Because you wrote possibly one of the kindest things I have ever read on the stream about essentially thanking us for keeping his spirits up, and it was very sweet. And actually, almost everybody in the stream commented on it in some way or behind closed doors. Chris, who was busy with his own stuff, messaged me, and he said, "This is why I enjoy doing this." And I think that is so monumentally important, that to know that people like you exist, it makes us feel like, yes, we're a bunch of nerds, but you know what? It makes us feel like it's kind of not so bad to be nerdy. So thank you, Liam, sincerely. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's first and foremost. But you know what? I'm going to double down, because there was a really good post like last night by a good friend of ours who actually sent us dice boxes, the coolest dice boxes that we have. He sent Michael, Justin, Chris, and myself dice boxes. And I don't know, Jason, maybe Joe, maybe Alex, maybe they deserve one too. But you deserve the second win of MVP for your question about the argument that you and your wife had about potions and how they are meant to be used. Oh, look, Michael's got his dice box. Look at that. That's beautiful. The one that was sent to us by Jason Jordan Brazee. My dice boxes, I hold the other two guys.
There's like a little
the stamp
wood burning in there too.
Yeah, he gave me the stamps right here. But that post was absolutely hilarious. There's the stamp he gave me. Lots of hilarious answers. Lots of things I disagree with necessarily. Joe and Michael going fisticuffs for the correct answer. Who would win? I don't know. I'm going to go with Joe because it rhymes. There you go. There's the stamp. Anyway, so Jason, you are the second winner of MVP. Well done, brother, because that was a really fun question. Got everybody heated. It's Wednesday. Let's have some fucking fun. Finally. I also have to say Liam's birthday was on Thursday. So sorry I didn't wish happy birthday, buddy, because I got you MVP. There you go. There's your gift. Finally, if you are the kind of person who cares, that's such a shit thing to say, but if you don't care about people,
nope, not me.
We are part of the Extra Life organization charity event thing. On November 4th, we're doing a 24-hour live stream, which is going to be a lot of fun. We're still bashing our own ideas, but suffice it to say, there's going to be a lot of streaming. There's going to be a lot of short videos that we've created. The Hot Ones video is going to be released. Lots of great things. But all of this is for the Children's Miracle Network of Hospitals. It is for supporting them by donating anything you can. So if it strikes you to donate, please do. The link is in the description. It helps greatly. And we also have little unlocks that we go get higher and higher. If $5,000 plus, we do a made RPG, and $5,000 on the dot, I think we do an Invictus album, which that could be pretty fun.
Which again, we will LARP for, in the sense of right? The made and the album.
Of course. Oh, LARP for the album and made. Well, I have to LARP for made. That's sort of half the point, ain't it?
Although the album I think is gonna be fantastic because you guys are all great musicians, and I can just be like the doo-wop guy in the back.
The hype man.
That's the most important part.
That's not true. I've literally seen you play guitar and sing, and you have the voice of a fucking angel. a fucking angel. Someone who's like moaning as they're trying to sing. That's the voice that you All right. That is it for me. And again, apologies for the delay. My internet was messing up, but we are here and we are ready to rock and roll for you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to throw it to the fantastic Joe for part 2 of Feng Shui.
Well, I'm going to throw it right back to you guys because you just blew up your favorite bar.
Jesus.
We were recently at a bar where you all got into a firefight, essentially, with some of the Tiger Claw gang. And I believe your grenade fell out of Jack Green's belt and exploded. And everyone dramatically flew out of the front door.
But landed on their feet.
So I stand up amongst the rubble. All right, that's my bad. I apologize.
You're damn straight it was your bad.
Baby, fuck off. Listen, okay? It was a mistake. Everyone gets one. We didn't like this bar that much anyway. Is the cook or the owner around? Is he like amongst the
You don't see anyone else besides the, I guess, 5 of us.
It's Kitty there, right?
Yeah, Kitty is kind of picking herself up off of the pavement
I
and
help
dusting
her up.
off.
I say, all right, kid, you're fine. I slap her back. Oh, you're fine.
Jesus, I've never killed a man before.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked up. You kind of followed my lead there. I appreciate that.
I just got back you guys up, worked for the same company, and I didn't know what else to do.
Okay, I think we all learned a lesson here, okay? First fucking thing, grenades are not a good bluff mechanic, okay? That's one. 2, I think we need to get out of here.
Where's Agnes? You guys see Agnes anywhere?
Oh,
I'm feeling
shit.
around on the pavement.
And under some rubble is the guitar.
I pick up the guitar and I hand it to BB. And I turn to him and the others and I say, well, it looks like our night of drinking has been completed.
Yeah. You saying it's time that we check out that warehouse?
Yes, T&T's Trout House, or is it J&J's? I can't read my imaginary writing in my head.
Look, guys, the plan was we were gonna. Kitty got us some costumes. Let's think this. Is there another bar that we go to? Maybe our backup.
Did the costumes make it out of the bar with you guys?
Can I roll for?
Of course.
I hope so.
Yeah. I will just take do any of you have gambling? I know this isn't how gambling mechanic is supposed to be used in the game.
But I got a +3.
But of course I do.
I have 10.
You have gambling?
I did. That was. Oh no, I don't.
Well, I rolled a 10.
No, I don't.
You rolled a 10 with your
So
7
because I'm unskilled.
untrained.
Yeah, and I got a +3.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say Sifu had that probably on lockdown.
Oh, thank God. I walk over to Sifu and I'm like, I slap you on the shoulder. And I'm like, I knew that eventually you'd do something worthwhile.
Perhaps you may want to get dressed into something a little less conspicuous.
Look, guys, if this is the next step in this plan, if we're going to go in there and try to get this guy's kid back, should we not, figure out exactly the way of attack, a way of approach?
Yes, why don't we just go in there and kick some ass like we normally do?
Nah, that's not what he's saying. Points of entry,
Yeah.
Some type of balcony on the top to overlook, or making in through the sewers maybe. Who knows? It's probably another way in.
Kitty's like, well, I scoped out the place. They're still open right now, definitely. I don't know if you guys want to do a drive-by, or else I've seen you guys at the piano bar a couple times. We could go there and chat.
Piano bar, yes.
All of the vigor.
Yeah, let's
This
do
is
that.
Hong Kong.
Perhaps we can get more drunk and show up as Trout.
We should first try the front door and asking politely.
All right, whatever he said. Let's go. And I get into the car, and I I search through my glove compartment for cigarettes. Fucking, is there anything?
I hand one over to him.
Oh, goddamn, thank you. And I don't take it. I put my lips forward.
And I'm just poking his eyes. As I try to get it in his mouth.
Fuck, baby.
You know I only keep these for you.
All right, thank you. All right, I got it. Thank you. Jesus. All right, listen, we're going to do a real sweet, slow drive-by to the fucking T&T Trout place, all right? Real sneaky-like, just to get a scope of what the front door looks like. And then we'll head over to the piano bar, we'll have a few more drinks, and, sound good?
Yeah. Kitty's like, do you need me to lead you there? You don't know where it is. I know that you have trouble with street signs.
As a taxi driver, you'd think I would be better at that, but you're right. Yeah, Kitty, come sit up front with me.
I have my bike. It's fine.
Hey, put it in the back. And I grab the bike from her. Forcefully.
Jeez. No,
Jack.
that's my bike.
It's fine, it's fine.
He's like ineffectually trying to wrestle it from you.
Come on. And I put it in the trunk.
Jack.
And he shoves it in the back seat on top of Sifu.
Yeah, on top of you guys.
And also BB if Kitty's sitting in the front.
And I actually take the bike out and I brush it off. Jack, this is no way to treat a lady. She has been through enough already.
Oh, wait.
Please. let her take the way that she is comfortable.
All right, fuck it.
And
And
I
I
reach
get
my
in the
hand
front.
out, offer it to Kitty so that she can get out of the car. And onto the
Oh, I was gonna interrupt you. I get out of the car and I say, "It's true," and I get on the bike with Sifu. We will ride the bike together.
Can we get a move on already? I want to hear some jazz.
Fucking A. And no, my radio, sorry. And I go and I put on some Phil Collins, no, 60s, damn it. Roy Orbison.
So Kitty gets on her bike and then she leans in through the passenger window at BB and she's like, "Do you have another cigarette? Can I?"
No smoking for you. And I slap BB's hands as I take it out.
Damn it.
Hey, come
Jack,
on, man.
if
You're
you can
son of a
smoke,
bitch.
she can smoke.
Yeah, but no.
Whatever.
I'm
Call
an
me.
enabler. That's what I am. That's why I carry these things. And I casually flick one out the window for her.
Yeah, she catches it. No problem. And she's like, "All right, follow me." And she takes off down the street.
Sorry, I just wanted
Oh,
to
yeah?
talk to her first.
Yeah.
I look at Kitty and help her onto her bike, even though she can do it fine. She's like, "You mentioned that was the first time you've killed a man. And
Yeah.
I want you to know that if you do need to talk, I'm here. For because we are all one cannot injure another without injuring."
And I fucking press the gas. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Seafood. And I start driving.
Kitty gives Sifu an appreciative look as she hops on her bike and pedals off into the dusk. It's not raining anymore, so we don't have to worry about
I can navigate.
slippery streets. Yeah, so I mean, you're following this girl on her bike. She's really fast, like I said before. She's got like pigtail braids streaming up behind her and a leather jacket, and she's just like hammering it down the street.
Cool.
So lots of tall buildings go past, and we find ourselves cruising around in the market district, which is approaching the harbor. And she kind of dekes down an alley, and Jack can kind of intuit where she's going to come out, so they like meet each other on the other side of the block, kind of thing.
And I roll up and I turn off the lights.
And as we're driving in the darkness, I'm looking out my side view window and I'm seeing the slum of the evening as they pick up garbage and collect things from the market stands that during the day are bustling and hustling. Continue.
So we pull up to J&J Trout House. Sorry, Jack, you said that you wanted to pull off somewhere and turn the lights off?
Yeah, so as we get to maybe a block before, I'm gonna kill the lights a little bit. Going to prowler mode, and I turn to the guys in the back and say, "All right, keep it down, boys. It's a bit rowdy back there. This is where we get sneaky." And I start rolling up, real slow.
I turn to Sifu to make a joke. It seems maybe he has learned the ways of the ninja.
You shut up! You're loud. And I'm looking for Kitty. You said she's in a side alley.
Yeah, so she's kind of off to your left. The warehouse is down a bit. I mean, this street is just like gray stone building after gray stone building. They all look kind of similar.
It's kind of like the docks, right?
It's good. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
And
So on the other side of these buildings is the harbor.
Okay, cool.
All right, and I reach across BB and I open the glove compartment. I say, "All right, guys." I say, "What's up, baby?"
I'm gonna need you to hold my hand when we go out there.
No, you gotta sit tight. Listen, I'm just gonna scope it out. I'm a master of disguise when I need to be. Everybody calm down. And I get out of the car after I grab the glassless glasses from the side, and I shut the door and I walk to the crack of the back window to the other two guys. I say, "You just keep BB in here. I'm just gonna scope out across the street. Everybody be quiet." And I slink and try to cross the street to the other side of the road.
You guys are cool with letting Jack do this
No.
reconnaissance mission by himself?
No,
I ain't
and that's
going nowhere. I can't
that's why
do a damn thing except salmon.
I interject. So, without making any noise at all, with my very slick martial arts skills, I feet first jump out the window of the car at the back seat and slink around and find a higher up advantage point, somewhere maybe on top of the building that we're trying to enter.
Nice. Okay. So I will say that across the street from, let me back up a little bit. You see Kitty casually leaning in an alleyway about half a block down the street, and she gives you kind of like a head tilt over there.
To Kim or to
She's
me?
just she's going to both of you. Kind of, she sees you both approaching, and she's just like indicating it's that one, and she's just like smoking real chill. And Kim, you see the building that she's kind of leaning up against has got one of those ladders that starts like 6 feet in the air, but does go to the roof.
Let's say it's 15 feet in the air.
All right, let's do that.
So
you're going to make a flashy move right in front of this warehouse?
Oh, of course. No,
Great.
But it's sort of like tucked around the corner. So it's not right in front of everybody.
Yep.
I see it, and, you know, I'm making like this much noise. Running along.
That's good radio.
You're softly clapping your hands?
No, that's the sound of my bare feet pitter-pattering on the
I see.
on the wet pavement. So it's like
you're like a child on fucking Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Aww.
no, long
that was
strides.
meant to be demeaning.
Long strides. Up the wall I go, 15 feet. What do you think? Can I do it?
I would like for you to just roll martial arts.
So it's 1, 2, and then a dragon die? Is that right? Or am I mixing up last game?
Yeah, that's last
dragon
game.
die?
Dragon die.
So it's just the 2, right?
You do a red, a green,
Just the 2 green.
and whatever it is
A red
in,
and a
to your
green
martial
beat.
arts skill.
That's correct. You want to roll your swerve and then add to your action value.
Right. Okay.
Like,
So
what's a dragon dice?
oh, it's for Dragon Age. Sorry. I've got this cold that's like really killing me.
You're doing great, buddy.
Okay, 5 and a 1. So definitely success 4 plus my you said martial arts,
Your
which is
martial arts.
my main attack, right?
Yeah, I just want to
15.
think about martial arts in this case as like your athletics, basically. So what does it look like when you scale this building? It is effortless, I will say that.
Okay. Yeah, so like I got a 19.
Yeah, great.
So up the side, I'm up on the ladder. Yeah, I did make it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can get
awesome.
up on top of this building in any way that you like.
Okay, great. So I'm looking out now just quickly for a window, a skylight, something I can peer down into.
You're across the street from.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Then
but
let
you
me just get.
Sorry.
Let me just get a good vantage point to keep an eye on Jack.
Jack, what's happening when your friend is scaling this building?
So I don't notice it because I'm like completely oblivious, and I'm like trying to put on my disguise as I walk across the street, and I'm like looking at Kitty very obviously as she points to the building. I'm like, got it. And I start walking out front and be like, ho 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 ho, and I'm just walking by sort of the front door.
All right. So the two of you kind of simultaneously see the warehouse, and you're taking it in. There's about 6 shitty cars parked outside. There are people in the uniforms that you recognize that Kitty bought for you. They're coming in and out of one of the front doors. So there are 2 front doors on this building. The one is open, traffic going in and out. The other one's closed.
Can I get
And
close to the second? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, just that Kim also sees from his vantage point that there are 2 alleys kind of on either side of the building. And the one has a big truck that is parked up against a loading dock that's on the side, and the other alley seems to be pretty clear.
Excellent.
There's 2 stories to this building. There's a number of windows on the front that you can see.
The door that they're not passing through, can I get close to it without anyone seeing me roughly?
I would have you probably roll a police or a detective's check.
Okay.
To see how well you do with that.
I don't have it, but I will take it. -1, so 6.
Yeah, so you kind of wander by and you're whistling what you imagine is a jaunty tune. You attract a couple of odd glances from people as they're going about their work, but no one is stopping you. This is the public street.
Cool. And then I want to check the door to see if it's locked.
You're just gonna kind of reach out and try the handle.
I'm gonna turn around and like lean against it and be like, love Hong Kong, such a great city, beautiful place, love the waterfront, so peaceful, great people around here. And I'm gonna, as I'm doing that, I'm gonna like be feeling with my hand at the back of the door, just to see if I could open it a little bit.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open.
So beautiful, just great. And then as it opens, I'm gonna lean back a little bit and take a look in.
Okay. Very interesting. You hear more than you see, I will say, because this warehouse is still operational right now. Lights. You see lights on all inside. There are some conveyor belts operational. It's a pretty big building. There's maybe like 60, 70 people inside.
Do I see a breaker?
Like for the power? Interesting.
Very interesting person.
Not at first glance, no.
Do I see a sewer grate large enough for a person?
On the ground outside you?
At the ground inside the shop, inside the floor.
No, there is no sewer grate inside of this store. Warehouse.
So what do they do? They just package fish. They don't process them.
They're packaging fish. Yes.
Ah, okay.
Comes in, they put it on ice.
I thought maybe they were like.
So there's like a crane from the ceiling.
I was thinking like no drainage for like ice or fish guts or anything like that.
Not from what you can see. You're just opening the door like 6 inches and kind of like leaning back to look in.
True. Okay. Is there a catwalk?
Yes. Yeah, there's a whole second story. So you look up and you're seeing like a graded catwalk, and then towards the back of the building, there's actually like a little set of offices on the second story.
And I say to myself, that's where you'll be, you son of a bitch. And then I shut the door. And I
Tell me.
Forward again.
Kim, you see Jack kind of pull this stunt. And you see a couple of people checking him out, but no one seems to be that disturbed.
Okay. Tell me, though, how far is this building from where I'm standing? Is it jumpable, like even reasonably?
It's across the street. I will say it's at least 30 or 40 feet. So probably not.
Probably
but
not. Unless
why don't you tell me? Is there any way you could get across there? I'm thinking maybe power lines.
Power lines.
Clothesline.
Thinking, do I need to be across though?
I don't know. You guys can figure that out. This is all up to you.
I'm gonna head back to the car then.
This is just reconnaissance, right? Or are you guys going?
No, recon only.
From where I'm standing, can I see windows on the top, like skylights on the top of the building?
Do you want there to be? I want this to be as plastic an environment as possible.
I see on top of the J&J's Trout House, big windows, big skylights.
And the kid that's kidnapped, unguarded, he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
Environmental, yes. Plot-wise, true. Yeah, you see there's like 6 big skylights, and they're kind of like those domed things.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And then
the golden light from inside.
Okay, and then down the one alleyway where the truck is backed up, there's like another fire escape 10 feet above where that truck is parked with a ladder that's hiked all the way up, right?
Yep.
So I'm seeing potentials to get onto that building, and I turn and I see Jack heading back to the car. So with that, I go quickest direction to the other end of the building and do a parkour down one side, then back down to the other, and I'm on the ground, and I slip in through the back window just as Jack gets back in the car.
All right, guys. I did the reconnaissance by myself, I might add. Thanks for helping. Looks like there's going to be a catwalk, ceiling full of windows. There's an office in the back on the second story that I think might house our subject. More importantly, though, I see... oh, wait, did I see the electrical breaker? I remember asking.
No.
Fuck. More importantly, though, that's about it.
Really? Well, let me tell you, I did happen to go onto the other roof there while you were looking out, and I happened to see on the other side, on the roof of the J&J's Trout House that there is some skylights. We may be able to get in. If we were to go on top of this truck over here, we could possibly get in and infiltrate the building from the skylights. Just an idea.
Nobody likes a know-it-all. No one likes that guy. BB,
That sounds like a good idea.
What?
Also, if we were to cut out the power somehow, that would bring them down to my level, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's what I was thinking, trying to find the electrical breaker. It might be around back, though. It might be worth starting outside.
Maybe there are some power lines that we might be able to cut somehow. I don't know if that's a thing that you do.
Yeah, no. Well, we could do what we got to do, right?
I like the way this is going. Perhaps Sifu and I will go up and see if we can get through the skylights while you and BB go out and see if you can cut the power to the building.
Look,
I thought we agreed we were going to go to that piano bar.
That's the thing. Piano bar's right around the corner. Let's go there. And I knock on the window trying to get Kitty's attention.
Yeah, she's been kind of halfway looking at you this whole time, and she catches the sound of the knocking, and she just hops on our bike and heads off down the street.
Yeah. I start driving, too.
If we were to attack at nighttime, then there wouldn't be so many people in there, too. There might be some innocent bystanders, some people that just work there, honest people, you know what I mean?
I agree. I think nighttime is the way to do it. You boys agree back there, too?
I suppose.
It's always nighttime for me.
Was under the understanding that we would go through the front door and that we would ask politely.
Look, Seafood, I understand that where you come from, asking politely and walking to the front door is sort of the easiest option. But let me tell you, where I come from, if you walk in the front door, you get shot in the fucking head. And I don't want to get shot in the fucking head.
Mr. Jack Green, we are not where you are from. I will remind you again.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Well, how about this? How about you walk in through the front door? Sorry, I think I interrupted you there, Sifu.
It is okay, BB.
I thought you were done talking. Sometimes there are these big gaps between words that you say, and I think you're done a sentence when you're not. And I can't see your mouth moving. But maybe you go in, ask politely. That's plan A, all right? And then plan B is we light the place up. If that doesn't work.
I'm down for that plan, personally.
Now, do you mean light the place up with our feet or with fire? Because I do not believe I
think
would
what
be down
BB's
for burning the
saying
building.
is, let's try the way that doesn't get every fucking mook in the place on us. And if that fails, then you come in kicking down the front door and you chop some heads.
You're picking
Are
up
we at the bar already?
I always pick up what you put down, brother. And I give you a fist bump, except you don't see it.
You are just
punch
pulling
me in
up
the
to the
face.
bar.
Yeah, I pull up, lights turn back on, and I click it off, and I throw my hat on the seat beside, and I say, "Look, let's get a drink. Let's pound this out once or twice more." Weird choice of words.
But it sounds like we already have pounded it out already. I mean, I don't know about you, Sifu, but I believe we know what we're about to do here.
And I'm already getting out of the car saying, no, there's much more work to be done as I move towards the sound of the piano.
As am I.
Yeah. We have a wide shot of the street outside this piano bar, and it reveals it to be a very busy place. There's about a dozen people outside wearing fashionable clothes, standing by a red velvet rope on stanchions, a word I learned recently.
Oh, yeah.
Smoking
yes.
cigarettes, joking around with each other, singing snippets of songs,
And
tipsily laughing.
As we walk past them, I'm looking at any girl, and I'm like, hey, how are you doing?
Before we get to the door, I stop Jack, my hand on his chest, and I say, now, just to be sure, this is my favorite bar. You aren't bringing any grenades in here, are you?
And I walk over to the car, and I open the door, and I take out a grenade, and I take out another grenade, and I take out another grenade, and I kind of coyly try to move past him.
And I raise my eyebrow at him. Jack.
And I go in, I take out the other grenade, and I take out a bandolier of grenades. All right? Look, it was a freak accident. I thought a bluff would work, and the pin fell.
Yeah. Let's go have some whiskey.
And I throw my arm around him. I say, fucking A, and you're paying.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pink and green neon sign above the door that reads Margaret's in loopy cursive. And from within, beautiful jazz music. We can all understand why BB loves this place so much. Inside, the main level is bordered by a mammoth wooden bar, polished by elbows and cocktails over many years. A couple of bartenders bustle around, shaking martinis and smashing mint and winking at everybody. There's room for dining up here, and a handful of tables are occupied with classy looking folks of both genders. And then beyond the dining area, there's a sunken dance floor and the stage where patrons are dancing with each other. And on the stage, a woman in a sparkly dress with a very high slit croons into a boxy copper microphone as a quartet of excellent jazz musicians back her up. This is Margaret.
Any sign of Felix or Marcel?
You don't know who those people are.
Okay. I didn't know if we did or not, so.
And I always turn and I nudge BB. I'm like, BB. Margaret. Don't you want to fuck her?
Hey, whoa.
Sorry, I know she's a friend of yours, but
she's a very good friend of mine.
Look.
And Margaret actually sees you walk in, BB, and she gives you a wave, and then she's like, "Oh fuck, I forgot this."
I nudge and I say,
hey, I wave back.
She's waving at you. I turn your body and your hand towards her.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I was like, don't fucking play coy with me. I know you always had an eye for her. Sorry, you've had a smell listen for her. I don't know. You fancy her.
Yeah, I fancy her.
Sitting in the back seat of the car, I turned to Sifu. So, what do you think? Shall we go in, or just sit here and wait?
I suppose we should go in.
All right.
All right, let's do this
I
then.
walk up to a table that's only got a few people, and I'm like, "Hey, scram!"
Oh, but I'm not done. I challenge you, Sifu. Try and get in without being seen. It will be quite the challenge.
Oh, that's fun.
So as Jack rudely interrupts a couple of people's dining experience, they hurriedly like get up from their seats and then like look to the waiter and then point at
Don't
their
look
food
at him.
and
Go.
they head over to an empty table, as there are a few.
And I start like, but this one was close to the stage, and
Yeah,
I know
that's
BB likes sitting to the stage. It was
That's BB's
dickish
table.
for a sweet way. And I start bussing the table, like clearing their shit too.
If you bring it over to them,
No, I just push it to the side, and I pull a chair for BB, and I guide him to his seat.
it's not what bussing a table means, but we'll roll with
I
it.
bus it and stop before I complete the bussing.
Kim and Sifu, how
Parks
do
the
you
bus.
make your way into this bar?
Sifu, do you go first, or do you want me to go first?
I will allow you, Kimlet.
Ah, okay. So
Challenge round.
I jump from, again, I do the leap using only my hands, and I leap out of my seat, feet first through the window, landing right beside the car and, becoming the form of the car. And then I slide, let me think about this. I slide over and around the car, and I just bounce around, standing up behind everybody and everything. There's like a plant, and I'm like shape of the plant, and then there's like a lady wearing a funny hat, and I'm like standing behind the funny hat, and eventually the bouncer goes to check somebody's ID, and I like do a quadruple flip over top, and I land behind him, and then just as he opens the door for the other person, I like slip in beside them without
Like
being
a
seen.
shadow, yeah.
So do I succeed?
Yeah, I just say yes. I think anything that just makes
Excellent.
you seem cooler as a charter is going to succeed because, well, it's a
So
fucking kung fu movie.
So I step into the door and I brush off my hands. And I laugh to myself.
and you turn around and Sufu's already inside.
Oh, snap.
That seems pretty good.
And so I just, I give that classic expression. Wait, we need a sound effect there. Can we do that one more time?
I don't know.
I think it's much nicer because I was just going to be like, "Ah, well done, Kim. You win," and then just walk in. But I like Joe's better.
No, you're the master.
Yeah, I like the fact that you're just fucking there. It's funny. So anyway, BB and I are sitting at the table, and I'm kind of nudging him like a dick and being like, hey.
I can be patient. I can be patient.
Your girl's
She's
on
in the
stage.
middle of a set.
Yeah, but fucking go on. Want me to get her attention for you? I can get her attention for you. I grab your arm and I try to hold it up.
You can get me a whiskey is what you can get me.
Hey! All right, fine. And I stand up and I go to the bar.
Margaret sees the two of you kind of making a lighthearted argument with each other, and she kind of like looks to her side and then like makes a thumb like, we got room up here.
All right, and I get up.
Not for you.
I know, that's the joke. And I get up and I'm like, Phoebe, she's waving me on, but I got to do it.
Are you sure that's what's happening here right now, Jack?
Yeah. Don't stop me. Not this time. Listen,
where
every
you going,
time
Jack?
you've convinced me not to do it, but I'm going to do it.
No, that's not a good idea. Not in here, not with these folks.
Fine, I'll get a whiskey. You go play something nice, and I go walk to the bar.
Oh, all right. For a second, I thought you were actually going to do it.
Would have been funny.
Despite all the words. And I smile and nod.
So there's a song that's ending on stage, and everyone erupts into polite applause. The dancers on the floor kind of give each other 1,000 curtsies, and then Margaret cups the microphone real close to her face, and she goes, "Everybody, I'd like to welcome to the stage my very good friend, Mr. Philip Castle."
Thank you very much, Margaret. How about a round of applause from beautiful Miss Margaret?
Oh, thank you.
And just at that point, we join the table where they were just sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell just by the sound of your voice that you look fantastic tonight, Margaret. Doesn't she look beautiful?
Well, thank you.
Doesn't she? That's good.
Oh, you do go on.
All right. Well, I'd love to be able to say that Margaret is the only woman for me, but truth be told, I got beautiful Agnes here too. I'm gonna play a little song about my childhood. That song about me growing up in Chicago. Everybody here heard of Chicago?
And everyone's like, no, what? No,
Chicago. It's a little. Everybody heard of United States of America?
And Jack from the bar's like, yeah! And I just look around. Huh? Nobody?
This here's a little Chicago blues song. Oh, Chicago, you're the place I call my home. Oh, yeah, Chicago. Oh, you're the only place I ever known.
It's the only place he's ever known?
Until I came overseas and I made Hong Kong my own.
And Jack just screams over the applause. Yeah!
Yeah, thank you very much. Now let's get back to Miss Margaret, everybody.
I turn to Sifu. It's strange, Sifu, the music that they bring from their culture. It's so much different from our own. Now, I bet you can't pull the tablecloth, and I point at the couple that Jack and Bibi just moved, and I say, I bet you can't pull the tablecloth out from that table there, from those couple dining.
The sentence, I reach and try to pull it out.
Why don't you roll martial arts? Let's see how this goes down.
Sure, let's do
I'm
that.
more concerned about this couple's well-being.
All right, so I would have a -1, so a 14.
I will say that her martini glass kind of wobbles as you pull the
As it
white
wobbles,
linen.
then I leap up and steady it.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's hilarious.
and she actually blushes really bad. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a magician?"
Of a sort.
So everyone converges back on the table.
Well, I'm still getting the
Kitty-
whiskeys, and I'm finishing the
Okay.
story to the bartender. And then he fucking comes back, but he's wearing twice as many. And I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to remember why he was... Oh, hold on one second. I grabbed the whiskey, conveniently distracting him that I hadn't paid, and I kind of quickly step away.
Well, that sounds just hilarious.
I hear you, brother. And I put the whiskey down in front of BB and myself, and I... Hey, that was pretty classy, bro.
Cheers, brother. Thanks for cheering for the United States.
Yeah, well, someone else has got to.
Yeah.
Yes,
And-
rather. It was quite entertaining, BB.
I think we're going to the
Glad
fucking
you
moon.
thought so, Kim. Do we have a Blues Boogeyman fan?
I guess so.
All right. Well, then you're first in line, well, second in line, and I glance at Jack, to get my vinyl when I release it.
Damn straight. All right, boys. Now listen. Here's the plan. We got J&J plant. We got the warehouse, I should say. We know it's a fish packaging warehouse. We now know what it looks like. We got uniforms to go in. Here's what BB and I are proposing. We go in real nice and sweet, like we work there or something like that. I'm thinking I wheel in one of those big ass barrels of fish, right? And I'm looking in there, la di da. I walk in, but bam! At the same time, someone's sneaking in the roof. I cause a distraction, right? Barrel falls over, fish all over the place. Oh no, everybody get over here. We need help as fast as possible. They're all coming towards me. At the same time, Kim, you're going in through the roof. How do you think about that? Right? And I'm thinking, BB, maybe you join him.
Oh, coming through the roof. Now, I ain't too much of a climber, but I'll do my best.
Well, I don't know. What do you think? I'm just thinking we got to get multiple points of entry.
Yeah, if I can get on that catwalk you say there is up top there, I could provide some suppressing fire with old Agnes here.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. Now we're on the same page.
And
that
what
way
about
we're-
Sifu?
Well, yeah, what about you? And I turn to Sifu.
I feel like I've been pretty clear the whole time. I would like to walk through the front door and ask for the child to be returned.
Right.
All
but-
right. So you go with Jack.
Well,
That could work, right?
well, no, because he's going to mess up my plan. The whole point of walking in the front door is that they don't know we're there for the child.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what we do. So we all walk in, we all make sure we're all in position, and then we got Sifu going in there and being polite.
No, but if Sifu walks in and asks for the kid, then they're going to know we're there for the kid, right?
No, they're not going to know
Oh.
we're there for the kid.
But we'll already have the child.
So what
As
you're
far as they're
saying is
concerned,
maybe
we're on
use
their
him
side.
as the distraction instead.
That's right.
All right, seafood. How about this as a happy middle ground? You give us 15 minutes prior to you walking in the front door to kick in some heads, and let us see what we can do.
To get in position.
All right, he nodded. He doesn't talk much, but he nodded. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to go in undercover, like I said. I'm going to try to suss my way up the stairs. Kim and BB, you get on the catwalk and you cover me should something go wrong. Kim, you get on the catwalk and see if you can get to the offices and locate the kid. When I get up to him, maybe if there's a locked door, I can try to find some keys and shit like that. We can sneak the kid out through the roof and to the car. All the while, if shit goes haywire, Sifu walks in the front door and distracts everybody.
Sounds quite simple.
Simple as my middle name.
Now,
I don't think
I turn
anything
to
could go
Sifu.
wrong.
One last challenge before we leave the bar. How about you try and take that man? And I point to a man, and he's got 3 olives in his martini glass.
Can it be the man from the same couple?
You must.
Yep, it absolutely is.
Yeah. And I say,
They've
"You must
actually
take his olives."
relocated once since the tablecloth incident, and they're just standing at the bar now.
Right. So I think I'm pointing at somebody else. I
Yes.
think, I'm leaving those people alone.
The
And I point
same
randomly.
dude.
That man, you must steal his olives without him knowing. I bet you cannot.
I believe that it would be your turn, Mr. Han.
And can I interject? I'm looking at these two, and I roll my eyes, and I stand up, and I walk over, and I knock the guy out, and then I take his glass, and I drink the 3 olives, and I drop the glass. I'm like, there, you didn't fucking know. And I walk out.
Oh, snap. Okay, yeah, you guys probably better book it at this point. A couple
As
of
he turns
bouncers.
back, Sifu and I are both gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And BB's just sitting at the table.
All right. So we're gonna put this plan in motion.
And as I'm chewing olives, I'm walking, I'm
As soon as
like,
they come back. As soon as they
baby,
come back.
I punched the guy. Let's go.
The bartender,
of course you did.
The bartender that Jack was talking to is like, the fuck just happened?
I was like, "It's all good." I throw down $20 and I walk out.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you guys are back in the car.
That's how my car starts.
Pretty woman.
Sounds like
where do
a
we-
horse.
Down the
She's a
street.
horse.
Pretty woman.
All right, guys.
All that kind
I'm
of
Where do we
parking
park?
all around the corner, and I go to the stop like a block away, top of my lights, and I park in an alleyway. I kind of back into it, and I shut off. the
Yeah.
light. I turn to you guys. All right. So, as I'm doing this, I'm getting undressed, getting into the uniform that we got. All right. Give me 10 minutes before Kim and BB, you make your assault in the front. And then I turn to Sifu, I say, and give them an additional 15 minutes. Is that going to be enough for you guys?
I suppose that will work, yes.
That means, Sifu, you only got to see her for 25 minutes to half an hour. Is that fair? And then when you walk in, you do whatever the fuck you want. You ask for the kid, but just don't say that the other three of us are there.
Is he nodding again?
There's a lot of bowing, and
can never
unfortunately the
tell
camera
what
doesn't pull to him when he bows. Just cough when
I
you
can't
bow.
see it either.
All right, and I get dressed, and I put my boot knife into my thing, and I'm all thinged up, and I'm like, all right, baby, how do I look? Oh, fuck. And I turn to Kim. Kim, how do I look?
You look like an American.
Well, fuck it. And I start walking towards the thing.
The left side of your shirt's untucked.
How the fuck did you know that? And I duck it, and it's not. I'm like, you're a dick. And I exit the alleyway into the smoky street, ready to start the mission. And we're going to stop there for the mid-game post.
Whoa.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for my favorite part of the show, the part where we get to go to you guys and see how much you know. That's right. I'm a radio DJ now. It's the mid-game post time. That's where we stop the action and we ask you guys a question. It is about the game tonight and the system that we're running sometimes, and maybe the story that we're telling overall. So, if you want to participate in the mid-game post and win the chance at having 1 XP, you head over to the Facebook group right now, because I'm going to ask the question, then I'm going to post it. And I think today's question it's pretty difficult. I'm thinking of one.
It is. It's the tricky one.
It
this
is.
is a callback.
It is. I'm thinking of 1d6.
I honestly think it's just going to be the person who gets it the most correct, because I want to know what everybody is.
You know what?
Picking
Then
up.
GM rules. Let's go that way. Whoever can answer this question with the most detail is going to win 1 experience point. The question is, of course, not that you know, with as much detail as you can, what did Sifu find in Jack's car last episode? So I posted that in the Facebook group. If you're not a part of the Facebook group, go there now. The link is in the description. If you don't know what a link or description are, go to Facebook and type in the Invictus stream and join the group. If you don't know what Facebook is, I pity you, but also envy you at the same time.
It's a penvy.
A penvy. Who's thinking Joe's doing a fantastic job?
Yeah.
Why, thank you.
You're doing a great job.
You're going to try to
I
reset
wanted
your...
to.
Oh.
No, I think I'm just gonna roll on the thing that I got going on right now.
All right.
I wanted to thank everybody for their participation in the business card contest this week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, that's right.
We got some really amazing submissions, and I would like to announce the winner. If I could get a drum roll, please, Harlan.
Oh,
I just did
mid-game announcement?
Drum roll?
I'm drum rolling like 3 times now.
Oh, but you can't hear it.
You don't have Invictus open. I'm drum roll like 3 times.
It's Aisha. Aisha, thank you so much.
And there's
So,
clap-
Joe, you're
there's
missing
laughter
all
and
of
clapping.
the
Everyone.
audience
You're all good.
claps.
I can sometimes hear it through Harlan's audio or something.
yeah.
But yeah, so Aisha, congratulations. We really loved your submission. We are going to award you the honor of 3 XP and also the ability to join us as a likeness, as an NPC in the next End of the World game. So we'll be in contact with you to build a character for us.
A fully static character. I kind of think maybe we can do... Don't get me wrong. We're gonna involve you anyway, Aisha. But we know you so well that I could probably roll you up a pretty damn good character. I know all your fears and desires. No, we just you know you a lot.
I am Aisha.
But not only that, Joe and I were discussing about this contest, and all the submissions were fantastic. Kellen, Rin, Godpool, Gryffindor, Lauren, Godpool, Aisha, Kellen. Those are four, right? I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Yeah.
There was somebody else.
No.
Everyone who submitted.
Aisha, anyway, yeah. The point is that everyone did a fantastic job. And sorry, Joe, I didn't mean to step on your toes. Go.
Not at all. Just that everyone who submitted, Harlan and I and all the Invictus boys really want to reward you for participating on such short notice by giving you all 1 XP. Just for
Because when you participate, it's like a participation trophy. No, because they were fantastic, and it was so tough to decide which one was the winner. I mean, there were so many great options and so many cool things. So thank you guys so much, especially the dedication it takes to make 6 or 7 different cards, which is fantastic. I especially loved Godpool's because he picked quotes from each of our games, which are fantastic. Mine was a totally absurd one, which I'm so happy you picked from the Swashbuckler's Life, Captain Spaulding. And I was like, I'm going to commandeer this ship with a pistol, which I don't even remember, and I loved. And Lauren's, each was like individualized to sort of our personality. She had Joe's with like the eyebrows and lipstick, which is fantastic. And Aisha's were like crisp and simple and really clean too, which is really, really, really sexy. And Kellen's were fantastic as well for the same reason. They sort of had the simplicity to them, modern almost. So fantastic job, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody wins 1 XP, and Aisha, you get 3. Rin, Lauren, same. All right, mid-game post answers. We got a lot here. So
yeah,
said,
I was.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just looking, and it looks like I think David is probably the most accurate. It's the 4 flowers mahjong tiles with the characters' names on the back of them.
Let's give it to him. I agree. It was because the mahjong tiles were the specific thing. Because I remember Alex didn't know what mahjong was, and he had to Google it, and then he went, "Oh, I know what it is." And they're making symbols now. I don't know what that is. Is this supposed to be a mahjong symbol?
No, I was just copying Justin.
What is that supposed to be?
Just I'm putting my hands. It's an illusion where I put my hands closer to the camera, and then they look like really big hands, and my head fits in the hole.
Are you
Same.
fucking high?
Same.
So that's the thing.
I go like this.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much to David. Well done. So a huge thank you to everyone who submitted the cards, and thank you to who participated in the mid-game post. You guys are so freaking awesome. Hope everyone's enjoying this game. I am excited to get back. I'm nervous to find out what happens and how terribly we die. So, without further ado, I will throw it to Miss Fallak for the continuation of this episode. Yes, that was the joke. Take it away.
Thank you. So you all arrive at the warehouse. Jack is busy getting himself dressed up as if he belongs here, and I guess you're looking for a barrel of fish somewhere.
Well, I've sort of moved past the barrel of fish idea now because no one's hiding in it. That was sort of half the fun. But I'm going to now I'm just going to infiltrate.
Okay, great. What is everyone else doing?
I feel like every time I move, I'm just jumping around, leaping, just doing ridiculously like aerials and stuff, and then I get up onto the roof and I lower the ladder down for
that's brilliant
for BB.
That's perfect.
So I will say this is going to require a little bit of deceit, which is the actual skill for sneaking. I'm not sure if you have any skill in deceit, but Harlan's going to have to roll that a little bit later.
I've got deceit.
Essentially, what you're going to have to do, based on your description of the building earlier, is kind of vault up onto the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
And what's called the rectangle that goes on top.
I think it's
No, the box. The box.
You're gonna have to vault on top of the truck box.
Yeah.
And grab hold of the ladder, I guess, and then also kind of silently unlatch it so that it falls down. Get it.
And the way I'm thinking about it is that I don't even use the ladder to get up, so
No, you don't need it.
So I let the ladder down gently, but
Okay.
I'll still roll for deceit.
Because, and my thinking is, there are people on this loading dock who are interacting with the truck that you're going to have to sneak around.
Right.
Don't forget you can use a fortune die to help you out on this if you
You
want it.
absolutely can.
And is it just it's 100 die, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, it's another
Fortune
D6?
dice is another green D6.
Okay, so let's do it then. 555. Oh my god.
That's
So one
awesome.
cancels out.
5. I just rolled 555.
So you add 5 to your deceit. Are you trained in deceit?
No.
So you have a 7, which gives you a
Yes.
12. I'm going to say that you alert the suspicion of maybe one person on the dock. What happens that you do that? It's not so much that they're going to go investigate, but someone in their head is thinking, there's something wrong here. What happens?
What happens? What do I try and do to make it seem not so deceitful?
No, I just mean like while you're doing this thing that does succeed,
Okay.
fuck it up just a little bit.
I stub my toe. And I go,
Okay.
ow!
And then
And
you
then I
go,
think to myself, yeah. I go, ow! 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 And I kick a can. Cling! So it sounds even more like a cat running from a back alley.
So I'll say there's one person on the loading dock that has been alerted to you, but is not actually taking like offensive measures, if that makes sense.
Yes. They're like, oh, a cat.
Uh-huh.
I heard it.
Well, like, oh, that didn't sound like a cat. Oh well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so BB, Sifu, what's going on?
Jesus, Kim, keep it down. I say as I move towards the sounds of the cat that clearly isn't a cat. And I feel my way towards the ladder. And I begin climbing up. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh, okay, Kim, where's my point of entry?
Well, we still have to go up a couple flights of stairs. Really probably wasn't the brightest idea bringing a blind guy to the roof.
Oh, it's no
And I
problem.
lead him
Just take my hand.
additional stairs up to the top of the fire escape where we are now on the roof.
Okay, what's Sifu? You're just sitting in the car while all this is
Yes,
happening,
because I was specifically told to wait.
Not told, asked.
To wait 25 minutes, I believe.
25 minutes. Well, they're supposed to wait 10 minutes as well, so.
So what I'm doing is I'm, in a sense, meditating. I'm breathing in for 8 seconds, holding it for 2 seconds, breathing out for 8 seconds, holding it for 2 seconds. And that way I'm also keeping track of time since we don't have a clock in the car.
I like to think that your measure of time internally is right on the fucking money, too.
Because I'm breathing.
Yeah.
And
That's
because
right.
you're just awesome.
Jack, while Kim Woo, Han, and BB are getting into position on the roof, you've got some time. What happened?
So I go to the front and I start walking in, and I'm gonna be observing to see if anybody looks at me.
Great. You have to roll deceit also.
Do I have to?
You do.
Snarky.
Sorry.
Don't be a shit. And you'll have to tell me what you got. I can't see it.
-3.
All right.
So
that's a 4.
okay, so somebody's looking at me.
Yeah, a couple people look at you actually.
Okay.
You enter through the front door and you see the warehouse open up before you. We get like a wide shot of everything that's happening. It's very like Acme Industries, Daffy Duck, Looney Tunes, like lots of moving parts. And you get like a good 5-second look at this place before someone taps you on the shoulder and asks you in Mandarin if they can help you.
And I'm gonna try to do a bad British accent, like a Jack Green British accent. I'm looking for the. Hold on 1 second, please. I work for J&J, and I point to the sign at the door, and I say, I'm here to speak to management about inspecting your cargo. And I pull my wallet out and I just flip it real quick and I flip it back. And I'm going to roll a deceit again on that. I'm going to use my fortune die.
Oh, that's good. That's
Well, I
really
figured if I
good.
fail the first time, then whatever, but I got my backup.
What happens with the fortune dice?
Fuck that up twice. Shit.
That is a resource that you, I think, let me see.
We can use it only 8 times.
As a martial artist, you have 8 chi, which is combined with fortune dice. So
Right.
5.
that
Negative
takes from
5.
your pool. That
So every time you use a fortune die, you take 1 off there.
you take 1 of your chi away. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So technically in one game you can use 8 fortune die. Or yeah.
Yes.
Harlan, did you just add that roll to the original?
No, I did a new roll.
You did a new full roll.
Yeah.
For deceit. Oh, okay. I only see 1 die there.
Because I exploded the -6, so
Good.
I set it up with a 2.
At least you're being honest.
Yeah.
That doesn't work, Harlan. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not surprised because realistically it was pretty sweaty.
The guy who you're standing in front of looks at you with a funny face and then holds out his hand for your wallet.
And I say, no. And I say, fine. Bad British. Take me to your management, please. The man at the top. I need to speak with the man in charge. I'm here for that building. And I continue pointing to the sign, trying to get anyone else's attention. And I will try not deceit no more.
Yeah, I don't know. You're failing pretty bad right now.
I know. I want to.
More and more people make their way over to see what the commotion.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with my
More
backup.
people.
Yeah, I'm going to try creating a distraction then.
And you actually see, roll a detectives check for me.
Now I get +2, so 9.
You see someone who was kind of drifting around in the background behind one of the conveyor belts kind of look your way, and you see the flash of metal.
Okay. And I'm going to buy into it. I'm going to say, oh, no. And I'm going to kneel. No. Please. No.
So while this is happening, Kim is leading me up the stairs, leading BB up the stairs to the top.
Yes.
And where are we getting into? Is there's an emergency exit there?
Well, once we get to the top, I'm picturing it's one of these. It's kind of a gabled roof, but it's steel, a steel gabled roof with skylights in it, right?
Mm-hmm. I would say there's probably also one of those roof doors that people have.
Okay, yeah.
Like a staircase to the roof. There's a little angular doorway.
Yeah. Exactly. So as BB's getting to the top of the stairs and climbing onto the roof, I quickly run up and I peer through the skylight only to see what's unraveling with Jack. And
there's about 6 people standing around him. At this point, he's on his knees with his hands on his head like this, and there's kind of a beefy dude sort of stalking around the back of some machinery, coming towards him.
Okay. So I run back down to BB and I say, we must hurry because we don't have much time before they realize he's here for Benny.
Oh, they're onto him?
Yes.
All right.
Maybe.
Is there a way in that doesn't involve breaking through a skylight?
Yes, right over here. And I point to the door and I quickly run up.
You can't just point to it. You have to show me.
And I grab his hand and lead him.
Okay.
So as they're surrounding me, I'm going to Hail Mary it. I'm going to go, and I'm going to reach into my pocket very slowly. I'm going to open my pocket. Look. I'm going to pull up my pen. And on the cement floor, I'm going to draw the jade dragon symbol. The jade wheel, sorry.
Ooh, okay. So it's a circular design with kind of some hatch marks along either side, octagonal almost.
Exactly. And I'm going to look at the big beefy guy, and I'm going to put my glasses away, and be tapping at it and looking at it serious, being I work for the jade wheel. I want to speak to your management. How many fortune die can I use in a roll?
One.
Okay.
Only one.
Then I'm gonna try it again.
This is like literally the last deceit roll I will give you for this.
So no, +1. So fucking 8.
This man walks up to you, and as you're kind of kneeling on the floor, drawing designs in the dust on the concrete, the man, what is he wielding? The butt of a staff hits the ground kind of directly beside the image that you're drawing, and you look up. This man is wearing combat boots. He's got kind of like a 60s Matrix trench coat. Can I make that a thing?
It hits the ground or my face? Can you hit my
It hits the ground. He's trying to intimidate you a little bit. Yeah, so he's got a 3-section staff that he's kind of trying to intimidate you with. And he looks at you and he says, "You're from the Jade Wheel? I've never seen you before."
I work with the Jade Wheel. How do you think these warehouses get purchases? In British-occupied Hong Kong many years ago, we made trade deals to occupy all these lands. I'm in charge of the books, and I've been requested to speak to the management to make sure everything is up to snuff.
Who sent you, little man?
My good friend. Did I know anybody's name from the Jade Wheel back when I bet? I mean, I would have known a guy sitting across the poker table back in Las Vegas, based on the backstory.
That's a good point. Why don't you tell us just like a 100-word version of why you would know someone's name, and then I'll give that to you.
In a drunken slew, in an argument that got increasingly more and more volatile, I was goaded into a poker game in Las Vegas, back in the States. Some Jade Wheel fuckers. Guy sitting across from me was a tiny little guy. Didn't look that intimidating. His name was I called him Kimchi. I don't know what his name was, but he responded to it. I'll go Kimchi because I can't think of an Asian name. That's not whatever.
They usually do in these movies English first names and then Chinese last names.
Perfect.
Donnie Chi.
Let's go Donnie Chi.
Okay.
Donnie Chi, angry little guy, and I cheated at the game. And I won the hand, but they didn't catch me till the morning after. That's when the Jade Wheel put the price on my head and chased me out of America. So long story short, it's the only name from the Jade Wheel that I could possibly connect. So in a moment of desperation, I searched my brain, almost ready to give in, not aware. Donnie Chi, of course. I mean, Donnie Chi, of course.
And you see this man's face kind of pale a little bit. Donnie
Chi.
Is he back in the country?
And he's going to be, yes, of course, and he's going to be very upset that you've mistreated his most trusted advisor this way.
Mistreated.
Mistreated.
I'm very sorry. And then he reaches at his hand to pick you up off the ground.
And I refuse his hand and I stand up, brushing myself off. How can you manage a business like this? I demand you take me to management immediately, or Donnie Chi will have to hear of all of this. My British is too good. I need to
He kind of looks around at the warehouse and he's like, I'm management.
Very good. Well, I need to speak to you outside.
You?
This is important. Come. And I start walking outside.
He kind of looks around and
I stop and I say, do you want to hear what Donnie Chi has to say about all of this?
I will take your turning around to give you the opportunity to notice that he's looking at specific individuals in this factory and not others. So it appears that there are a number of people who actually work here, and there are a number of people who are just kind of walking around.
Right.
So you can kind of pick out the difference at this point, and he follows you outside.
Perfect. You can cut back to the other guys because I gotta think what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Well, I'm picturing something happening outside with Sifu.
Yes.
Who's waiting.
I'm also picturing that. Meanwhile, we're at the door, and it's perfectly unlocked.
You guys, yeah, it's totally unlocked. You guys think that the situation is very dire inside, though.
Mm-hmm. All right, we don't have a lot of time to waste. Let's do this. And I start opening the door and lifting it up very quietly, even though it's probably very rusty from the moisture and salt of the sea.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you open the door, and BB, your senses are just assaulted with like the rotting stink of fish. This warehouse has been cleaned properly in a long time. You know this. You can smell the sweat of workers. You can hear the sound of about 65 people walking around, and you hear the clank of boots on a catwalk nearby. You can tell
Yes.
that there are a couple of levels to the establishment. You're getting like a pretty good picture of the layout of the place. There's kind of a whir of machinery all around, so it's disorienting you a little bit, but you feel like you can get used to it if you can just get your bearing for like a minute.
Okay.
Kim,
I'm gonna say to
sorry.
Kim if he, hey, can you duck your head in? Do you see any fire sprinklers?
And so I take a deep whiff, and I turn to BB and I say, "Smells like my cousin's place. I will look." And I duck my head in, and I look around, and I do see a 1960s sprinkler system.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of sprinkler heads, I'll say, because safety was not
Right.
like super
They're just
priority
In Hong Kong.
They're
in
just
Hong Kong in 60s.
Yeah.
in a
they're just
sprinkler head.
buckets of old water that have a nozzle on them.
Okay, yeah. So there are these huge
4 of them.
barrels, these huge barrels that are kind of like rainwater is diverted from the roof
Yes.
and
exactly.
collects in these big barrels. And so there's 4, you would estimate like 20-gallon, 30-gallon barrels that are just hanging from these rusty chains from these
Yes.
holes in the roof, essentially.
Yes, Neo. I mean, Joe.
All right. Where does it connect? Where do they release? Like, is there like a fire alarm system or a release for it?
That's a good question.
No, I
What do you
think they're released by heat. They just like burst if it's hot.
How does that work? No,
just,
there's
like,
gotta
melt.
be
It-
like a chain attached to like a
I would think
Okay.
there'd be a long rope that you just pull.
yeah, totally.
Okay,
So
okay.
I would say that's probably catwalk level. I don't think those ropes
Oh,
dangle all the way
the
down.
the ropes are tied to the catwalk banisters.
Ah.
Yeah, to be pulled by the play. Of course.
Right.
I mean, this is how they made these systems back in the 60s that we're just inventing now.
Kim, you don't see Jack anywhere.
There are some sprinkler systems, but I don't see Jack anywhere. Maybe he left.
Right. Well, maybe they've apprehended him. They're gonna hold him prisoner.
We'd better move quickly if we're going to find Benny and save him. I bet you he is in the offices underneath us.
I think you're probably right, Kim. All right. Let's get into position. Where are you gonna go?
I will lead you down the stairs.
All right.
Your aim is better than mine. You can take it from there. I'm
Right.
sure you also hear people walking around. I could only
definitely
see
do.
one person.
All right. Well, let's start making our way down. I'll let you know if anybody's coming, and let's just hope that when Sifu comes in, that shit hasn't already hit the fan. If you know what I
Speaking
mean.
of, so I'm leading the guy out, right? Is it just him following me?
Yeah, let's cut back to Jack.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that the first dude that you started talking to is also coming with.
Okay. And I gotta say, okay. Gentlemen, Donnie is not happy with the way this warehouse has been managed so far. He obviously knows what is necessary up in that office for you to take. He, of course, orchestrated, or rather approved, the taking of Benny. But he wants a word with you specifically, and I point to the biggest guy. Please come here. Your friend, you wait right here. And I make the friend wait on the corner, and I bring the big guy around to my black car.
Okay, what does he do? Yeah, he follows you about halfway into the street, and then he says, "Did you say that he approved the taking of a Benny?"
No, he didn't know. But now that he was aware, He sent me to find out all the details so that he could or could not approve. He's in the car right now. He's asking for information. That's why he wants to speak with you. Come.
All right. Roll one more deceit.
Fuck off. 0. Even Steven 7.
Oh, I know why. It's because you're rolling deceit and not charisma.
I don't have charisma.
Charisma is not a thing.
I know.
Kidding. They're the same.
My real life tribute means nothing.
He approaches the car like with his hand inside of his leather jacket.
Whoa. What does he think this is?
He thinks that he's probably getting fucked over.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. And I say, look, listen. Donnie is in the back of that car waiting for you to have a very kind conversation. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to tie my shoe. Now listen, it's important that you speak with Donnie, and then when I reach my other shoe, I'm gonna touch my blade. Where's the other guy?
What does Sifu see?
The other guy is back across the street, kind of disinterestedly.
Perfect.
Maybe he's going through his pockets looking for a stamp or a coin or some shit.
Perfect. And Seafood, give me something, bud.
So Sifu,
I would
you
love
see,
to, but Sifu is eyes closed, counting his breath.
That's too perfect. That's too perfect.
There's a big
No, I
man
love
with
it.
combat boots, like 1 foot away, like looking in the tinted
All right.
windows.
Can I roll to kind of get this guy's psyche to know if he's about to fuck me over?
yes.
When I failed.
That roll is...
Doesn't matter. Failed.
Doesn't matter?
I failed. -1.
You can always hit him first.
I know, but
I mean,
Bump his nose up against the
I
window.
wanted to give Seafood the guts of this guy.
police is assessing someone's character.
I failed anyway. So I have no
Okay.
idea.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
He
he's buying my
seems
shit.
pretty big and mean.
All right, I'm just feeling my blade. I'm kind of waiting for him to move towards the car. Is he continuing?
He walks towards the car and then stands as if he expects for the window to roll down or the door to open. And when he doesn't, he reaches his hand out for the door handle.
Okay. And I just stand there waiting,
Okay.
crouched, with my hand fully on my blade right now, just watching.
He opens the door and he sees Master Sifu quietly contemplating the universe.
Welcome.
This isn't...
I'm gonna
What
rush
the
him.
fuck
And
is
I'm gonna
this?
bull rush him and shove him in the back of his seat.
You're gonna shove him in the car?
gonna try
Okay,
to-
this is important. Sifu, are you sitting on the side that he opened or on the opposite side?
I would imagine I would be on the side that he opened.
Okay, so, man, I guess, Harlan, I want you to roll for Jack, like, a martial arts combat
Do
roll.
I even have martial arts?
It's 7 if you don't have it listed on your sheet.
Oh, I have 13. Sorry.
Can he
oh, nice,
roll
plus
like a
2.
bullheaded
15.
move?
I got 15.
Okay, against this guy who...
Big.
Yes, so you do.
So with all my
You
might,
catch him off balance.
So I see him open the door and go, "What the?" And I like just run towards him and I just jump and put all my weight, just knocking him into the car. And as I do, I'm like, "Sifu, fucking kill him!"
So, as his head comes in, because he kind of stumbles in, he had one hand kind of in his pocket. So as he comes in, I use this hand to kind of trap that arm that's in his pocket already, and then just elbow him right in the face, knocking him
Okay.
out.
I want both of you to roll damage for me, please.
If I'm just using unarmed,
Yeah.
what's the damage? Is it just 1d?
So you exceeded his defense by 2, so you're gonna add, I guess it's 7 if you don't have any extra skills in martial arts.
Okay.
So that's 9 damage.
I feel like Mike would be the kind of guy that if you attacked him, he'd like grab you by the tip of your finger and have you crippled.
Mm-hmm.
AKA real.
please let go.
Most
Right.
certainly.
I feel like there's a Jackie Chan movie where he does like an entire fight scene sitting in the back in the cab of a car.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That's
I'm
sort of what
sure.
I was thinking. I just want the outside to be like the car being like.
So sorry for the damage. Do I do a martial arts attack and then see what it is?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so it would be a 13 total.
That just hits. And your martial arts is 7? So this guy has a toughness because he's a featured foe. You guys only actually dealt 4 damage to him.
Okay.
I'll take it.
All right, we are going to get into initiative now because shit is coming down. Do you guys remember how to do that? We're rolling 1d6 and adding your speed.
And I get, I've got a fast draw ability that gives me +2 to initiative.
Wonderful.
That I
I'm
want to
12
remember.
for initiative.
Okay. Anyone else?
It's coming down. Alex is.
How does initiative roll
You
again?
roll
I only got
1d6 and you add your speed.
I'm not
1d6.
rolling. I'm not
Right.
going to roll initiative for the people in the factory until they are alerted.
Ah, okay,
But-
that's what I thought. So
If you guys want to roll initiative now, I will give you a penalty. Otherwise, we can just see what
No.
happens in the car and then move forward.
I'll wait. Be right.
What do you got, Seafood?
I got an 8.
It's 12.
Great.
And what's the unknown
Yep.
guy?
He got a 10, so it's you, Jack.
Perfect. I reach into my boot and I pull out my fucking thing and I just stab him in the back and I got 0, which means I have 13 to hit.
Great, you hit him.
So I drive my blade into his shoulder, just deep,
Oof.
all fucking however many inches that is, and I kind of pull it back a little bit as I do, and that's going to be 8 plus damage is 8.
Yeah, so his leather jacket is pretty thick. You can tell that you are not dragging through as much flesh as you would be used to if this was
God damn it.
usual. Yeah, he's still definitely doing just fine.
That's fine. Okay. And then
so
I'll
you
pull
go
the
down-
blade out again and just kind of get ready for my next.
He is gonna spin around in Sifu's lap so that he's looking up at the both of you. Struggle with his jacket to pull out his 3-section staff. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this weapon, Michael. You probably
I've
have.
trained with one.
I have
Yeah.
not.
I want to pull out a lot of different kung fu weapons just to make this feel kind of legit.
So he's just like,
I was gonna say it sounds big in a car.
It's sectioned though.
yeah,
so
no, he'd have it in 3, but it'd still be about this long.
Yeah, so he's able to kind of get that free, and he's just gonna try to kind of wiggle like out of the car, essentially, so that he'll start his next turn with his weapon in hand and free of the vehicle.
Okay.
So it is again Jack's turn.
I'm gonna kick. I'm gonna from the inside of the car. Well, I guess I was behind him, so
Yeah, so you're
outside
both
too.
standing on the pavement now.
So I'm gonna kind of lean back. I'm gonna kick out his knees.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to just topple him down.
Okay.
Which gives me a +1, so 14 to hit.
You do hit with 1 extra.
And so sorry to do deal damage with like something like that.
I'm sorry.
To deal damage with something like that, what is it? What do I do?
Unarmed, unless you have a skill for just martial arts, you're going to be using 7.
Okay, so just 7 and then +1 because that's how much I succeeded by.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's 8 damage less his toughness, which is 6. So you deal 2 damage.
But is he kneel or anything?
No, because in order to specify an outcome in combat, you have to succeed past the action result by 4.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
So I will kick him, and that brings me down to 9.
I just want to take a real quick second to remind everyone that 6s explode, and then I can't see your dice right now to remind you.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know what I wrote. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine. Just keep that in mind because good or
I
bad.
could have exploded.
Great.
I might have forgot that on one of mine.
Yeah,
That's okay. We are making shit up.
Kill him, Mikey.
Yeah, Sifu.
All right, so
This man squirms off of your lap, leaving kind of a trail of blood because he just got stabbed.
Ain't that
All right.
true.
And he's kind of working his way out. So I will just reach under the seat to grab my umbrella and use the hook of it to hook his neck and just pull him back in and elbow him one more time.
I like that. Okay, roll that attack.
And you know what? I'm going to actually use a fortune die here too.
Great.
Damn time. I'm like almost done my fortune die.
Oh, nice.
You have a mechanic for regaining them, though, don't you?
Exploding die.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
His green exploded. Nice. 11 and 5, so 6.
Yeah, so that would be a 21 on the martial arts.
Wow. Okay. You exceed his defense by 8. That means that you get to add 8 to whatever damage you're dealing, and you can also specify some cool environmental situation. So maybe he's disarmed, or just let's.
Or I'm slamming his head in a fucking door.
That's actually what I was thinking. So I pull him back into the car, elbow him, and he starts to get up. So then I actually twist the umbrella around using the back of it, and I end up using it to push his head into the car, into the roof of the car, and then just pulling him back with the umbrella again, so it's like, and he gets it a couple times.
Rough. How much damage do you do?
So you said it would be 8 plus 7, so 15 minus his toughness.
Great. So that is 15 minus 7. No, 15 minus 6.
9.
Thank you. Okay, this guy's getting beat up pretty bad. You can see like a shiner blossoming on his face. His lip is split, and he is angry. I'm gonna say because of Sifu's maneuver, where he's just kind of banging him around the car, that he's gonna take a second to gather himself. Essentially, that he will not attack you this turn. Instead, he's going to run into the factory.
He's going to try to leave the car and run to the factory?
Yep. So he's running across the street. Jack, you see this man run away from you.
Okay. I chase him down.
Great.
Can I chase him and attack him in the same round?
I mean, you're both moving. So in D&D terms, like if you're both moving your maximum movement, you can get back up into engagement range with him. So I'll say like in the door inside of the factory, you can attack him.
Can I get, like, if he's running past me on his turn, is there no, like, what's that word? Like,
attack of opportunity?
Attack of opportunity.
No, not in Feng Shui.
I feel like that's so weird though. I'm like standing at the one door,
Tripping.
this fucking massive guy gets out, and I'm like, that's good. He like runs past me, and I'm like, oh, now he's got it. All right.
Maybe he bumps you. Maybe he pushes you,
Fair enough.
shoves.
What happens in this movie? I don't know. It's not D&D.
Okay, I'm going to fucking go weird. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna start limping across the street to the other guy.
Okay.
Can I reach him and attack him in the same turn?
Yeah, I'll say you can, if you use like your movement or whatever to get across the street, then you can be up in his grill.
I'm just gonna kill this guy because I'm kind of like whatever. I'm gonna be like, oh, Jesus, that man, he tried to attack. Look, I've changed my accent. But that's
Now you're Irish.
so. But purposely so, because I don't fucking drop the guys. Oh, fucking exploded too. Nice. 6, come on.
Fucking exploded, man.
7 minus 5. That's only plus 2. Sorry. No, 6, 7, 8. 8 minus 5, so plus 3. So 16 to hit.
Great, you do. Remember your thing with improvised weapons. There's a lot of opportunities on it.
I know, but like on the street, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stick with my blade for now, and I'm just gonna walk over to him, and as soon as I get close, and be like, "Your friend there, he's fucking jagged to fuck it," and I'm gonna take my blade. I'm gonna try to shove it up his fucking neck.
Into the dude who followed you outside.
Yeah, the other guy that was across the street.
Yeah, you kill him.
Okay, perfect. So I shove my blade just up through his down his mouth, and I just kind of twist it a bit.
Was he
As
just
the
a
blood
worker?
and the eyes roll back in his head, and I kind of just twist it and pull it back out.
He drops a nasty-looking machete as he dies.
Perfect.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Used to cut the heads off of fish. He's just a normal worker. No.
All right.
It's a machete his granddaddy gave him.
First day on the job.
I'm on 3.
Yeah, great. Sifu.
I sit there because I know that in my breaths I haven't reached 25 minutes yet. And he was pretty clear on the plan.
Cool. So you're dropping out of initiative now?
Yes, I will drop out of initiative.
Great.
Oh my god.
It's the big bad boy's turn. The guy with the 3-section staff and the combat boots and the matrix coat gets inside of the factory and pulls the fire alarm on the side of the wall. And
at that
you...
moment,
Okay, what happens?
I see we're now down the stairs and standing.
You're staying on the catwalk, yes?
Kind of a corner of the catwalk. So we've just come down the stairs. So we're like, I suddenly see, and baby, perhaps you hear that there are men running for the ropes because they hear the fire alarm going off. So they're running for the ropes that are to release the water. So I see the first one and I decide, no, get him before he gets to the ropes, before he realizes what's going on. So take out the guys that are running for the ropes, because I believe they stand kind of between us and this office space.
Maybe, okay, let me retcon this. It's not a fire alarm. This is an alarm that people are going to be using to let other people know from HQ that shit's going down. So workers are scrambling out of the building and people are picking up weapons.
All right.
There's no one running for those water barrels.
So I immediately then run towards the office space along the catwalks.
Yeah, I follow close behind or try to keep up.
Holding the railings. Yeah, you can.
If you guys
feel
want
the heat coming off me
to jump in, why don't you roll initiative?
All right.
Rolling. So just 1d6.
14.
Okay.
Plus your speed, right?
Correct. Yes.
So 9.
Okay. And now I'm going to roll for these other fools.
The mooks? Or for Jack and...
I'm going to roll
Seafood.
for the other enemies.
Oh, okay.
We're going to finish up the sequence that Jack is playing on. And then he will join you guys up at the top of the initiative.
Or I'll just run away.
Whatever works. Sure.
I lost my disguises. What's the point now?
Okay. So, Alex and Justin. So, BB and Kimlu.
Yeah.
Let me describe a little bit the chaos that Kimlu is seeing and that BB is hearing. As far as footsteps on the catwalk, the metal grate, you hear and see a group of about, I don't know. There are 3 people who come out of the offices brandishing. One of them has a machine gun. One of them has a machete. And then there's someone with a wolf teeth staff.
Oh,
that sounds like a wolf teeth staff.
I don't know if you've ever seen that, but y'all should Google it because it's terrifying.
Yeah, I know what it looks like.
There's someone else who has been kind of standing, keeping watch over on the other side of the room as you on the catwalk, who has got some other kind of gun. And then Kimlu, as you look below, you can see the enemies separate themselves from the workers as the workers kind of pile out of... There's also a loading dock on the back that leads toward the harbor, as well as a loading dock on the side. As far as environment goes, we have the classic red barrel kind of littering the room, which you would presume is full of explosive fish guts.
Yeah.
There's kind of like an open-walled elevator somewhere around that you can interact with from the catwalk down to the floor. There's a set of stairs. Again, there are some like pulley systems with a control panel that you see off to the side that's got like a rope or a chain dangling down to the main floor that's like got a platform that you can move around. You know, let's make this fun. However, it is still Jack's turn.
Fuck yeah. I walk over to the car and I open it, like blood dripping from my forehead and fucking all tired and shit. And I reach in, I fucking furiously search the front seat and I grab my grenade bandolier and I'm like, Seafood, you can come in now. And I slam the door. And I start walking towards the front, just pulling a grenade off my fucking car and go in there, trying to be all nice and shit, trying to make peace, trying to have a good time. And I just walk in, like, just rolling the fucking grenade. I'm like, fuck you. And I toss the rest of the bandolier in.
And
Whoa.
I get out of the car and I step out, wipe the blood that isn't mine off, and follow him in.
Amazing. Okay, so the two of you have to roll initiative also, and then I'll be on the same sequence.
I have a 6, 7, 8.
8. Okay,
I
great.
would be on 8 again.
8. Wonderful. BB, by a landslide, it's you.
All right. So with the sound of the alarm, it is like blaring, right? It's like,
Yeah.
It is actually helping because it is overwhelming, but the echolocation bouncing off of all of the different objects in the room, I can see
love
shapes
that. I love
very
that.
nicely. So I can see this guy in front of me with the wolf's teeth mace.
Yeah,
thing.
wolf teeth staff.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that I don't like the look of him, but even less so do I like the look of the guy with the machine gun. So I'm going to try to pop his cap first.
Okay.
And I'm going to make him my quarry.
Great.
And I'm going to sling Agnes off my shoulder in one fell motion. Whoosh. And they won't even be able to hear me, but I say, I want to sing you a song. And I fire at this motherfucker, punk ass.
I love it.
And I get
Great.
+2. All right, let's see what I can do. Guns. Gotta love guns.
Guns, and more guns.
All right, so I got a 4 and a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So a -5, so that's -1, but I got a +2 with my quarry, so that is a 14 to guns.
Marvelous. Lucky for you, this is a mook with the AK-47. And so that guy goes down in a spray of blood and kind of drops his gun on the catwalk with a clatter. You hear
On
the
the
body
catwalk.
slump down.
Drops his AK on the catwalk.
And that is perfect. And I go to see whether or not my gun is still able to fire. So I'm going to do a reload check.
Actually, I'm going to interrupt you there, Justin. I know that you are playing by the rules because it's sequence 2, but technically you've only just joined the fight. So we'll wait until sequence 3 for you to start rolling guns checks.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Also, it's your turn again.
All right. Well, then in that case, I'm going to go ahead and turn on Wolf Teeth Guy and say, you're next, punk ass.
And he snarls at you. What are you talking about?
I said, you're next, punk ass. Uh-oh.
One more time. I can't quite hear you over the explosion. What did you say?
What was that?
All right. So I got a -3 swerve, but I got, I guess I can make a new quarry, right?
You can.
So he'd be my quarry.
Okay.
And so I got a -1, so that would be a 12.
You do not hit. He actually uses the wolf staff in like a maneuver to just like parry the bullets away from him and walks towards you in a menacing fashion. Okay, so that brings you down to shot 8, if everyone's keeping track. Next up is our dude with the 3-section staff. He's got some kind of blood leaking down the back of his jacket. He had just finished pulling this like bug out alarm essentially, and then he turns around because he knows that Jack is going to be following him into the warehouse, and he like unfurls his staff and attacks you, Jack.
All right.
So,
as I'm holding my bandolier and grenade.
Yeah. That is a 16 to hit you.
That hits.
Okay. And he's going to deal... I'm sorry, what's your defense?
15.
Okay. So he's going to deal 11 damage to you minus your toughness.
So 5.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
He just kind of like whips the staff around and like clocks you in the face twice. And hurls an insult about your mother.
I didn't like my mother that much.
Your mother was British.
Next up is our wolf teeth staff gentleman,
All right.
who is going to heavily walk towards BB and swing the staff at him.
All right, so I have a shtick called Due Diligence that says the quarry's first attack against you in this fight automatically fails.
Wonderful. So, what happens? You just like duck low out of the range of this staff, or?
Yeah, I think he underestimates the fact that I'm blind, and with a smirk on his face, swings his staff over, and I do duck around in a circle like that, smiling broadly as I come back.
Nice. I don't think he realized that you could like hear his approach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's his turn wasted. Good use of that shtick. It is now Kim Luhan's turn.
I don't have any shticks. Why don't I have any shticks?
You have tons of shticks. Hands Without Shadow, Dim
okay.
Mak, World of
I
Fury.
forgot those are shticks.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are all martial arts shticks.
Shticks
Right.
is the word of the day. This episode sponsored by Shticks.
The word shtick. Pull out your shtick and use it.
Ooh.
Each shtick.
Just use it with the appropriate people around.
Fish sticks.
Right.
Fish sticks.
Plus X martial arts versus opponents whose defense values bonuses included exceed your current defense. That is such a confusing statement.
Now is not the time to learn what that means.
Okay, because I'm going to just attack the guy who has the wolf staff. Wolf
Yeah.
tooth staff.
I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but it's worth looking up.
Yeah, I
they shared it on. What is it?
Oh, amazing.
Not what I was thinking, but
It's terrifying.
Oh,
so I rolled. Shit, can I still decide to use a fortune or no?
No.
I have
It
to
has to
decide
be
that
prior
before.
to rolling.
Okay, so I rolled for my attack a 14.
Mm-hmm. That hits by one.
Okay. Huh?
That hits by one, and so you get to add one to whatever damage you're dealing.
Okay. And I guess my damage. Well, I don't know what my damage is because it's just. Do I roll for damage?
Are you using your nunchucks?
No, just off.
Just your hands?
Hands.
So that's 7.
Okay.
Mhm.
So 7. Yeah.
So 8 damage less this featured foe's toughness is 2 damage.
Perfect.
In case this doesn't become apparent to you guys, these people could fuck you up potentially.
Yes.
Everything fucks me up.
Great. Just wanted to have full disclosure. So this is going to be a really busy shot. We have Jack, we have Sifu, we have BB, and 2 enemies all acting on this round. So the 3 of you can battle it out.
No, we'll just go in order.
Great.
So,
So Jack.
BB myself.
All right. So I have a bandolier in my hand, a grenade in my offhand, and I've just been hit in the face with this 3/4 staff.
Yes. So you also are able to see crowds of people essentially turning away from their work and picking up weapons. There's somewhere in the vicinity of maybe 9 people on your floor who are going to be aggressive towards you.
All right. I'm just gonna toss a fucking grenade over the head of the big guy into the crowd, and then I'll fucking toss the bandolier.
So,
Chaos.
So for this grenade, this is close by, likely, rather than point blank range.
Definitely not point blank. Yeah.
Okay. So they all have to make a defense check to save, or else take 18 damage.
How much can I do in a round? Can I like throw a grenade behind them and then attach the bandolier to the dude in front of me and kick him into it? No, that's too much. Can I put it in his pants? No, fuck it. I'll throw it behind him and throw the bandolier. Let's not get too complicated.
You mean throw the bandolier of grenades?
Fuck it, yeah. Like 8 of them. However many was on there.
Yeah. I mean, you can't pull the pins of all of them
Yeah,
and
but
throw
the
it.
explosion would let them off, right?
Would it? I don't know how grenades work.
I don't either, but I feel like it like, I don't know.
Okay, what I'll say is that you see that beside one of the conveyor belts behind which 1, 2, 3 mooks are gathered, there is a red barrel.
Sweet. So you know what? Fuck it. I'll toss the bandolier aside and I'll throw the 1 grenade back.
Okay. I will also say that nearby there are a number of cartons that are marked with the golden candle insignia that you recognize. Not sure if you're worried about damaging those, but I think your life is probably better than artifacts for your boss. Okay, great. So defense for mooks is a 13, and they're going to roll. I'm just going to use this. No, you kill 4 guys.
Fucking A.
And
then can I move? Because like, is it distracted?
Tell me what it looks like first of all. It's the most important thing.
Perfect. So this guy, so I'm holding the bandolier and this fucking grenade as I walk in, all pissed off because Seafood's been sitting in the fucking back of the car. I turn around the corner and this dude walks up to me and hits me in the face with the club. I wipe the blood from my nose and I'm like, nah. So we do it in America, and I fucking over shoulder it right past this forklift to like these 4 guys that are staying next to a barrel being like, huh? And it shakes the entire fucking building as their bodies and body parts go flying. The guy in front of me,
and there's fish everywhere.
Oh yeah, of course. The smell's fantastic. And the guy in front of me turns around just enough time for me to scoop over to the side and barrel roll over a fucking bunch of crates.
Yeah, you want to take cover behind some crates?
Yeah, I might as well.
Great.
I'm not a psychopath, says the guy who threw the grenade.
That's great.
That's great.
Sorry.
It's just great.
Okay, Sifu or BB.
Go ahead, Sifu.
No, it's you. It's all you.
All right. Well, noticing that this guy maybe is a bit more challenging than I may have expected, I'm not going to make the same mistake that he made on me and underestimate him. So I'm going to take a few steps back and I'm going to shoot him in the face.
Lovely.
With my gun.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful Agnes.
As you do.
As I do. I tend to shoot people in the face. Oh, and fuck. Oh, that's okay. I was going to add fortune, but I went ahead and rolled already. Okay, so I got +2, and he's my quarry, so I got another +2. So we got a 17.
Yeah, you hit.
That's good.
You hit with fucking 4 extra.
Shit, yeah.
Okay. And nice. And I forgot to go ka-chink. So I don't get the extra +1.
It's just ka-chink.
No, it says ka-chink. It's ka-chink in the book.
Really?
Ka-chink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I only do 16 damage with
only
that
16 damage.
plus whatever is on the roll.
16 damage. The guy's
I'm sorry, you expected. Wait, it was 4 extra, so 20 damage.
20
to this
damage.
person.
Yeah.
Less 6 toughness is 14 damage.
Yeah.
See how fast I did that? You blow this motherfucker back, and you exceed the Mycl.
What's his issue?
Just phrasing.
Phrasing.
So you blow him back, and you succeed on the outcome so much so that you get to determine some kind of environmental effect. Does he fall off the catwalk?
I'm gonna say that he does fall off the catwalk.
Amazing.
He just backs up into it and leans over, and he's just holding on by one hand.
I would like to say that he still maintains hold of his weapon.
Okay, that's fine.
Nice. Give us a weapon below.
So he's dangling from the catwalk with one hand, grasping the wolf teeth staff with the other.
As I'm crouched behind the fucking thing, a body just goes in front of me.
Does he fall, Justin, or no?
He doesn't fall completely. He's dangling on.
He's just dangling. Okay.
He's dangling on, so he's gonna have to pull himself up.
Oh.
For now, we'll see what Kim does if he.
We'll see. Okay, so that was BB. What happens, Seafood?
So, again,
You're still in the car, aren't you?
Pardon me? No. I said I
he
would
followed
get up.
me
I
out.
wiped up and followed him in, but I just Just get there just as I see the big explosion, the bright lights flashing, and I hear the bodies flying, and the forklift also does an extra explode and flies up in the air and lands first, right standing up. And as I walk in the door, the guy with the big wolf tooth club is like looking at this explosion, looks back to see where Jack has gone, and sees me standing in the doorway, to which I'm just sort of like leaning on my umbrella. And
cutting an imposing silhouette.
Yes. And so I'll say that he goes to actually swing at me, and I open the umbrella, so that I've got the big actual umbrella to actually catch the teeth as it swings in, and so that then I can use that to tangle up the wolf tooth and bring it to the side.
Wolf tooth is up at the top. You are dealing with 3-section staff guy.
Oh, I've got 3-section staff guy. How did I get that? All right.
Yeah.
Then I'm actually going to use the other end and not open it up, and I'll use the hook end. So as he's swinging around, I actually use the hook to catch in the middle of one of the chains, because he's holding the middle section.
Yeah, he just smacked Jack in the face and then got blinded by the explosion, and now.
And so as that one section is spinning around, I use my hook to catch the chain, which then smacks himself in the back of the head. Is how that's going to
work. You have to roll before you...
No, I don't. Because I'm just so awesome at what I'm doing.
You are.
Oh, exploding. Maybe...
Exploding negative.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right, so I'm at -2. Oh, wrong one.
Oh my god,
-8.
another exploding die.
Oh no.
You're fucked, boy.
That's why you always roll first, kids.
So that was a 6.
A 6 total.
A 6 total.
Okay.
So instead what happens is I go to reach up and hook it, and it spins slightly faster than I think and catches myself in the face.
And he actually pulls the staff away from you and disarms you. He takes your umbrella. He just lets it clatter to the ground because he figures you're some old man, but you don't have your umbrella anymore. Okay, so that was exciting.
Roll first. Jesus.
It's 3-section staff guy, and he's going to approach you and try to hurt your body with his attack.
Hurt his body.
Not your mind, though. That's where he's getting it wrong.
8 plus 6, 1 is, oh boy. 7 does not hit you, Master Sifu. So I will say that, oh man, I don't know what happens. He also fucks up bad.
You guys are just...
Maybe you just grab his staff and like rip it out of his hand, so now you have the 3-section staff?
Oh,
sure.
You know what? No, you should disarm him and throw it to the ground, and now you both are unarmed.
That's right.
And it becomes an unarmed battle.
Yeah, great. So that happens. And now this is someone who you have not really interacted with yet. There is a featured foe up on the catwalk who has a Glock, and she is wearing like a tight silk dress. She extricated herself from one of the offices when the alarm sounded, and she's going to start firing at, I guess Kim hasn't really done anything too exciting yet, so she's going to fire at BB.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 15.
That is a hit.
Okay, so she deals. Sorry, what's her defense?
My defense is 14, so it's an extra 1.
So she's gonna deal, I believe, 11 damage to you, less your toughness.
All right. So, and that's going to be coming off of this.
So she just takes aim with both hands and like blah, 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 a couple of shots, and one of them catches you on the shoulder.
Damn, I didn't even see that. Didn't even see it coming.
Wonderful. Okay, so now we have all of the mooks and also an enemy you've never met before.
Oh man.
This is intense. I really want you guys to take advantage of the environment as
Intense?
much as possible.
I thought it was in a warehouse.
Oh.
Okay. There is a mook on the ground hiding behind a carton. I feel like when Jack sidled up, put his back to the carton, he was actually like came up right beside a mook who is like also hiding behind a carton.
We have
and
like
the
a
two of them
mook
just...
where he and I like exchange a look, and we're like, we're just both like, all right, and we go the other way. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, you both look at each other and you like roll your eyes and like look away, and then he turns back at you and he tries to fire a gun.
Of course he does.
At your body, at your human
At
body.
the body. Not
And
the
he
body.
misses you by quite a lot. So he just kind of fires a couple of shots in your direction, and you kind of look at him like, the fuck
I thought we had
Are
a
you-
fucking deal, man.
you
I'm
with
gonna
this
fuck you up next
situation? So there are two other dudes on the ground who have spears. Maybe they're like fishing harpoons, I guess. They both run at the Sifu and take
Harpoon the
swings.
seafood, yo.
Yeah, with a 12 and an 8, so they both miss. Sifu, you I guess are just what, like palming their weapons away. You have to make a noise so that everyone can see your
Yeah,
beautiful
for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
balletic.
Well, that's a noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Please make those noises more often.
Yes.
Worked better than I could have possibly imagined.
Those are your sex sounds, aren't they?
Oh, by the way, speaking of sound, speaking of this,
Sex sounds.
the sound, all these sex sounds. What is the soundtrack going on right
In
now?
my head, it's that fucking from fucking Run the Jewels.
I thought you were
Jules.
singing something from Final Fantasy.
No, I don't know.
Oh, nice.
No,
Final
not that.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got in my head now.
I'm doing fucking Run the Jewels non-stop. Just it keeps repeating.
When you're fighting that wall and it's just like, fuck you, wall. Anyway.
Fucking wall.
Okay,
Always
so
in
they're
the way.
just.
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting that with the changes on the Google, that if I don't say anything, I don't pop
Yeah,
up.
you're not in it.
You
Yeah.
gotta speak to us, baby. So there are two more guys on the ground that see Jack take cover, like the coward that he is, and also run at him with spears. We are dealing with a 3 and a 5, though, respectively, and so nothing happens. What happens when
They
they
just stick
they
through
try to
the
hit you with
the box
spears?
I'm hiding behind, like the spears on the other side. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh,
Absolutely.
perfect.
And then we are dealing with the mooks upstairs. So one of the mooks pops outside of the office, and I will say that probably not BB, but Kim, as he leaves the office, you see the huddled forms of about 12 people inside of the office.
Jesus.
You recognize one of them as like another dude. Remember that guy who you guys like clotheslined when he was leaving HQ because he had like a box or whatever?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing the same like mailroom uniform as that guy was.
He was. Oh, he's wearing the same uniform. Okay. I thought he was like, fuck.
These are hostages.
Oh, right.
It's
Probably.
like there's like a girl that you know who like works in security, and like there's a, I don't know,
A couple
just
other
like
kids
a couple
from the
people that
mailroom,
you recognize. Yeah,
including and most probably Benny.
you don't see him,
No.
but you may make
But I
that.
can assume.
You can assume all you want.
Make that deduction.
So
assumption.
this mook runs out of the office at you and takes aim. He puts his Glock on top of the railing to take aim at you and fires with a 21 to hit you.
Ooh.
Who's he shooting? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy crap! For chicks.
Mm-hmm. How much does he hit you by?
Let's just see here. A 21.
Mhm.
I have my defense
Mhm.
is a 15.
Okay. And so a
So,
mook with a
6.
Glock is going to deal 16 damage to you. Less your
So-
toughness.
So I have 8 toughness, so he deals 8 damage.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jeez.
And
And my
then
wound points are on the bottom, right? From
that's
60.
right. Yeah, so
Okay.
you can knock those off as you go. So he does like a little victory dance. Do, 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 do.
Dickhead.
You danced too early.
There's a
little
Final
boy.
Fantasy.
You're dancing too early.
And there's another mook who's standing nearby on the catwalk who picks up that AK-47 that was dropped when his companion fell.
Biznitch.
And he's going to try to open fire on both of you. Unfortunately, he's never held this weapon before. So with a 10, I think he just fires a spray of bullets in the air.
Nice.
Okay, so that is the mook's turns. And we have our final baddie, I guess,
Our foe.
Big bad.
that you have not met yet.
This girl.
Is she the one with the Glock?
No, you've seen
well?
her already.
Okay.
This is a real beefy lady who
Oh, man.
was the forklift driver. She was kind of standing beside it when Jack blew it up, and she reveals herself dramatically from behind a cloud of smoke. She is wielding another kung fu weapon that I have come to learn and love. It is called the Sun and Moon Hammer. It's like a length of chain that has 2 balls connected on either side, and she just starts like whipping it around in circles, and she is moving towards Sifu. She's going to take a shot at you, Sifu. And she will attack you with a 12. Yeah, you're disarmed now, so it must be kind of terrifying when someone whips balls of steel at you.
Yeah, I hate having balls whipped at me.
Mhm. We all
Balls
do.
of steel, no less.
Great. So back to, we're sitting at shot 6 now, and the 4 of you are all acting simultaneously.
I think I'm at 5.
Are you?
Yep.
Yep.
Who
That was
all
at
is
Kim's
at
at
5?
6.
8765.
Kim should be at 6, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5.
Okay. So it's Kim and Sifu, I believe, at 6 then, and Justin and Harlan at 5. I think I moved some papers around in my initiative track and got messed up.
It's all right.
Okay, so Kim and Sifu, what happens?
Are we still in the first sequence, or are we now in the second sequence?
It's kind of tricky because half of you started fighting early,
Right.
True.
i.e. Jack mostly, and also Sifu a little bit. You yourself, as well as Justin, are in the first sequence.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Sifu?
You go ahead.
So the guy that shot me with the Glock,
Mm-hmm.
how far away is he? Actually, I'll tell you how far away he is.
Yep.
He's not far away at all.
Great. Maybe like 10 feet. I'm
Yeah.
imagining like maybe like an L shape, like you have to turn a right angle to get to him, but he's like easily within your range.
Right. And seeing as how, so I didn't describe my first actually kick, which was the martial arts move that I kicked the guy with the wolf. I did only 2 damage, but it was, the actual kick was done by the metal bars that are holding the scaffold, or whatever you call it, on
Yeah.
the
Catwalk.
The catwalk.
catwalk on. I spun around on that and kicked the guy in the face, right? So then I landed back in the catwalk, and that's where I stayed.
Mhm.
So the same idea here. I basically do a leap over the catwalk, grab onto the railing, which is kind of handy. It's right there. And I spin around only to really not do very well at all. Oh, except negatives explode, right?
Any sixes explode, and if you get double sixes, they both explode.
So a -6 only explodes into a negative, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wouldn't be very fun if it's exploded to a positive.
So 5 and 6.
-10.
So 11 to 1. So that's 10. -10.
Ouch.
Kim, I'm gonna say
5.
you slip on a banana peel.
And do I just like fall from the
You
catwalk?
fall, and you are hanging across the catwalk from the guy with the wolf teeth.
Perfect.
mask.
Oh, cool.
And that's where I will stand. And he's just out of reach
Yeah.
with his wolf tooth hammer.
You think so? I don't know if he is.
I would say he's just.
I think
just
he can get
within
you.
reach.
I think he can get you with that thing.
All right, fine. Just within reach.
Yeah.
Let's make it more exciting.
Great.
Damn it.
All right. So sorry, I just need a quick. I'm going to use a fortune die, or a chi. So that'll be my second one. If I'm going to, because I got 3 people on me, I've got the girl swinging the balls, and then the 2 mooks. So if I'm going to use attack all 3,
you add +1 to the. Well, it's hard because there are 2 different classes of enemies. Either you can attack both mooks, and I will add 1 to their defense, or I don't know, just add like 4 to the defense for all 3, maybe.
Okay.
Because what's it called, the other dude? Oh, I guess actually they have the same defense as 13. So add +1 to the action value for each additional enemy. Right. You just have to state to me how many people you want to hit at, like, to begin with, and then I'll tell you if that works.
Okay, so let's. I'll be going for all 3.
Great.
So I got to get.
So you'll have to hit a 16.
Right. So I will throw first.
We're learning.
Oh, you did fortune. Right?
We're learning.
So I've got a 17.
Great. You do. You hit all 3. So you kill 2 mooks, and how much damage do you deal to the sun and moon hammer?
Well, it'd be
7 plus 1.
7. But can I also do spend 3 more chi and 1 shot to prevent her from using point blockage to prevent her from taking actions until the next keyframe? Or until she takes 3 or more wound points, whichever comes first.
Well, you're wounding her right now.
Right. So I'll do it to the keyframe.
Wait, read that to me again?
Okay, so it says...
I think that's something that you should choose to deal to someone before you hurt them, because...
Well, it says after making a successful martial arts check.
Oh.
Spend 3 chi in 1 shot to prevent your opponent from taking actions until the next keyframe, or until the opponent takes 3 or more wound points, whichever comes first. So if someone else wounds her.
That's perfect. Okay, so you deal a total of 2 damage to this woman, and she cannot act until keyframe. Well, wow. So okay, hold up. You're using 3 shots to attack, so 6, 5, 4, 3, and an additional 1. So you're sitting at 2 right now.
Okay.
And she's not going to be able to act, so I'm just going to move her to the side of the tracker until we come back around to shot 5 next sequence.
So essentially what happens is there's the 2 are on the side, and she comes very confidently swinging, and then swings both up and over, and I use that momentum to do an aerial cartwheel over, which then I pick up my umbrella. I use that to swoop the legs out of the one guy. Oh, here we go, demo time.
Here we go. I was waiting for this all night.
So I use the umbrella to hook his legs, and as he comes up and over, axe kick him on the way down. I can't do it in here. Butterfly kick the other guy, and come up and under, grabbing the lady from behind the neck and flipping her over top so she lands flat on her back.
Jesus.
Yeah, and she does like a turtle crawl with all 4 limbs because of like how badly her spine was damaged. You know she's gonna get back up because you are, as like a healer, you know about biology and all this shit. You can recognize she's in shock right now,
Yeah.
but you
And I am,
got like
again,
a
I'm just
couple
trying to
minutes
knock
on.
guys out. I'm not trying to kill them.
Fair enough.
Batman.
Okay, so you took out 2 guys with spears, I believe. Is that correct? Yes. Lovely. So now we have 3 bad guys acting. The guy with the wolf teeth staff is going to. How are we going to play this? Let's make it interesting.
He's like this.
Oh, he's definitely doing that. I want him to attack you, but I also want to make it possible for him to fall. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, he falls. 4, 5, 6, he does not fall.
You're learning the Invictus way.
That's
And
right.
4, he does not fall. So he's going to try to hit you.
But he better swing. And if he fails, then he can fall.
12.
For there is a price on everything.
20. Is that an Aladdin reference?
You know what? Actually, it was.
I thought,
Oh,
Very
wow.
good ear.
um,
Like, I was like, oh, that sounds like the guy from Aladdin. You fucking called it.
he hits you with a 20.
Oh, does he?
He does.
What the fuck? I have a 15.
Boy, that's 16 damage.
Oh, fuck. Another 8, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Eh? That hurts, eh?
Oh yeah,
So
don't you know?
52 minus 8. Let me just get my calculator out here.
You should be tallying your
Upwards.
wound points positively, not negatively.
Oh, that makes more sense, actually.
What up?
16.
Because at 35, you have to start making up checks, which means
Right.
do I stay up or do I vomit?
Up check.
Up checks, not up chucks.
Oh, difference.
Moving right along, we have the person with the 3-section staff that has been disarmed. He's going to spend some time picking that up, and will take an aggressive stance in front of our friend Sifu. And I'm going to call that an action, just because I want you guys to triumph eventually.
Yeah, seems stacked.
The woman in the silk dress on the catwalk who has a Glock
Block on the catwalk.
runs. Let me see. She runs to the offices and she pulls out about 4 people. One of them is maybe a 9-year-old boy.
Okay.
And she picks up the AK-47.
Oh, is she nearby all of that business? The guy with the
You guys-
AK-47 and
Yeah, she totally is. You
Okay.
guys are still probably like 30 meters away from that whole biz.
okay.
But you see this going down, or you hear it rather, BB. So she
Well,
grabs some hostages, and she brings them onto the elevator with her, which is near the back of the building, and she activates it as her action. Next up, we have all of the mooks.
Bitch.
They're
You.
well, sometimes.
Sorry, what was that? She takes the gun.
She takes about 4 hostages with
Including a
her.
9-year-old boy
She
to the back. I'm gonna go after.
grabs the AK-47 and
Right.
she stands on a lift and
Right.
activates it so it starts lowering itself
that's right.
down to the main level.
Oh, down to our
So
level.
it's
Oh, then that's fine.
it's the mook's turn.
You guys are rolling better anyways, so. God.
There is a guy with a Glock that was firing at Jack, and he takes another shot. An 8 does not hit. So Jack, you are matrixing this shit.
How did that guy hit? How did he fire at me again? I haven't gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't
Oh,
gone before the.
Shit, you know what?
yeah.
It's the mook's turns, but you guys are also on the same shot, and
Oh, okay.
technically
That's fine.
PC's go first. So why don't you guys roll with it, and I'll just say this guy went.
Totally fine. Oh, you want us to go now?
Yeah, why not?
Perfect. I'm gonna stand up, and there's two dudes throwing spears at my box head, and the Glock guy to my right. I stand up. I'm like, you know, I'm pretty fucking tired of this. And I grab the crowbar off the top of the crate next to me as an improvised weapon, and I jump over and swipe at both of them with the crowbar, trying to clean both their faces off. And I'm gonna use another fortune die to succeed at this, which I'm going to, because one's gonna fucking explode. And that's 6, 3, 3, and a 1. So that's 7 plus my martial arts. Actually,
Plus your improvised.
exactly. So I'm at 21 because I gain +1 martial arts when I'm fighting with an improvised weapon. So 21.
Okay. Not only do you murder the guy with the Glock beside you and the guy with a spear, but you also get to do something else cool that's useful for your friends. So what happens?
Perfect. So I'm gonna stand up, tuck my sunglasses away, say fuck this, grab the crowbar, and I'm gonna swing it so hard that the first guy's jaw comes off and hits the second guy as the teeth shatter against his head and he falls over dead. And with my last move, I throw the crowbar at the dude who was aggressively standing towards Sifu, the fucking guy with the 3-layer stick or whatever, 3-layered.
Great.
Dip. And hopefully to knock him out of his stance maybe. And then I'm gonna jet for the back.
Okay. So I will say 3-section staff guy actually gets clocked in the head and takes no damage but falls down.
That's all I wanted.
And then you're going to start running towards the back of the factory?
Yeah, towards where I saw that 9-year-old kid.
Okay. You can take a little bit of movement.
I will. Take all.
Great. So what happens with you, BB?
All right. So just a roll call. Who are our enemies right now? How many of them are there? Where are they?
Let me tell you all about it. You have 4 featured foes in this fight.
Okay.
You have the guy with the 3-section staff. He is looking worst off of all of them. 3-section staff just got knocked over by Jack. He's on the ground menacing Sifu. We have business suit dress catwalk girl with the AK-47. She's got the hostages. She's on her way down. We have Sun and Moon Hammer person also menacing Sifu.
Yeah.
He is holding his own, it looks like. Sifu is. We have the wolf teeth staff that's been swinging at Kim Liu.
Cool, yeah.
So those are our 4 big bads.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And how about the mooks?
We are looking at 2 mooks left. There's one who's standing up near the offices still, who had the AK robbed from him. And there is one with a Glock on the ground, kind of sheltering behind some conveyor belt.
All right, perfect. So I am going to run up to the mook on the platform still, and I'm gonna aim my shotgun at him and I say, "You best get out of here." I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Yeah, I was reading some more on the intimidation rules for mooks because you had done that scene in the
last
restaurant.
game. Yeah.
When you're trying to intimidate a single mook, it actually auto succeeds unless it's a group of 3 or more.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
1 or 2 mooks are always scared, and 3 or more mooks will never be scared.
You get your ass out of here before I decide to pump your head full of shotgun blast. Shit.
He his legs turn into like a whirlwind.
Cartoon style.
Yeah, and I think he just runs into one of the empty offices and locks the door.
Perfect. So I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna go into, because I'm safe up here right now, except for Dangly. I'm gonna go into the office where the hostages are.
So there's about 12 people, a couple of them who you recognize from work, and a lot of them have been crying.
Is everybody all right?
And one of them's like, "Oh, BB, oh shit, man, we've been here for hours."
Shit is right. Where's Benny? We're looking for Benny.
She just took him downstairs.
Ah, shit. Jack!
Yeah.
Danny's got Benny. She's coming down the elevator. Don't let her get away.
I'm on it, buddy.
Yeah. All right, we're here to save you. You all right over there, Kim?
Can't hear
I can't hear you, Kim. Speak up. Shit, Kim's dead. Oh,
Not
damn.
really.
Oh, he's alive. All right, Kim, I'm coming back out. I'm gonna save these hostages. All right, can any of you fight?
And they're all like, no, what? No.
You'll find some guns on the ground. Just grab what you can and fight. Back us up. We need your help. That's the only way we're gonna get out of here.
Roll a leadership roll for me.
Oh, I don't have leadership.
The only pl-
Can I switch it to deceit? If we all get out of here, I'm gonna buy you all ice cream.
Do it.
Crossing my fingers behind my back. All right, no, I'll do leadership. Why did I close that? Okay. I'm gonna use a fortune because I want their help.
All right.
All right, so a 5 and a 1, so +4, so an 11.
One of the girls picks up a gun and she's holding it in like a shaking hand, and it like goes off, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't shoot anybody that you're not supposed to. All right, who's next?
It's the mooks. We have one with a Glock and one with the hostages that ran away. So really just the guy with the Glock downstairs. He's going to fire again at Jack with a 10, which misses.
And I stop as I'm running. I'm like,
all right, it is Kim Luhan's turn.
Yes, maybe. Maybe yes.
Maybe yes.
So, using my fine martial arts skills, I'm going to defeat the wolf fucking staff man
Yeah.
from beneath. No! Come on!
You hit a 13.
Well,
is that
I got a 14.
Yeah, so you hit him.
Okay, good.
That's good.
Good.
That didn't sound very promising there, Alex.
Well, I just keep on failing, and I didn't want to fail again. I didn't want to fail you guys. So I
okay.
do a quick scramble, fingers in, like so cool, so cinematic. You see me scrambling across, just like as if they were monkey bars, but they're like little tiny square holes in the bottom of the catwalk. I scramble across and I kick the guy in the chest 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm going to interject and say that you loosen his grip from the catwalk and he falls
Into a bucket of fish.
Yeah. and he's gone. He's drowned in fish.
The
can't get
worst
out.
way to go.
There's just too many of them.
It's one of those.
He's sleeping with the fishes now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
I just needed that for redemption.
Great.
And I swing back up onto the top of the catwalk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. And then chase
Yeah.
and
And
run
you do your
and
little
join
turn
BB
on the
where he
catwalk?
is.
Why not?
Shake your little tush.
On the catwalk. Okay, so for their turn, the person with the 3-section staff just stands up, and that's it for them. The woman in the silk dress with the AK-47 ends up getting all the way down to the ground on the lift and shuttles the hostages out of the back loading dock, and activates like one of those like metal garage doors that comes down.
Not if I can't get there in time, which it doesn't sound like I could.
Nope. And then we have the the wolf dude who's dead. Okay, cool. At this point, you guys hear a pretty crazy sound.
Ding.
What's that?
My microwave is done. Popcorn?
Oh, yeah.
Here. No, it is the shuddering of helicopter blades. Yes. And it's getting louder and louder and louder, and then the building starts to like quake a little bit as like you can totally hear a helicopter just land on the street outside of the building.
What the fuck?
It is Jack's turn.
I'm gonna run for the back door.
Okay.
Try to pry it open.
You run back there.
Is there a side door?
I
Or
will-
is the only escape is the sliding?
The elevator?
Yeah, there's probably a side door beside the like.
I'm gonna run full force through it, kick it open.
Great. You see a woman in a silk dress loading the hostages onto a motorboat
How far away
in the
is she?
harbor. She's like 20 feet away.
Can I make her on this turn?
You can get there, but you probably can't do anything
I'm
else.
gonna throw my knife.
Okay.
Throw it at her fucking head. I'm gonna go,
Do
yo,
it.
she bitch. And when she turns around, I'm gonna toss it.
Triple negative sixes kills Benny.
Don't even
Yeah.
start. I have 2 dice left, and I have double exploding 6s. I gotta-
What?
six
Box
sixes.
cars.
Hold on.
You got 2 6s?
Yeah, but yeah, on either side.
So
Oh,
whatever
okay.
you roll this turn is double extra good or double extra bad.
Okay, let's see. So I have a -5,
Ah,
which is bad, and
shit.
a 1. Hold on. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, it
minus
entirely has
11.
to do with the result of what you just rolled. Is it positive or negative?
But I also rolled originally 2 green die, right?
For the
Because-
So I had a 6 and a 3, and then a -6.
Right. So box cars.
Okay, so I
+3.
negate the fortune die?
Mhm.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so now I have a 5 and a 1, -5, so I'm negative.
So it's really bad.
Damn.
Oh no.
You slip on a fish and you fall on your face and you break your nose.
Just
Whoa,
as the knife
whoa,
is
whoa.
released, it spins up into the air and then down, point first into his own chest.
Okay, well, let's just go
I'll
with
give
the
you that
broken nose.
fortune point back.
Oh, thank God. All right.
So you're lying on the loading dock with a broken nose.
Just lying, staring at the Hong Kong sky. Fuck.
uh,
hearing the boat go away with our mission.
Sifu, you hear a terrifying clatter outside.
Now do I still have the 3 sectional staff guy kicking around?
He just stood up.
He just stood up. All right. Then I will, just as he's kind of standing up, I will run and jumping side kick, spinning back kick,
Excellent.
as the dice will allow that. Jeez,
Does it work?
It sure does. I don't know.
No.
That'd be -2, so that'd be 12. So probably not.
No, you miss him.
I also slip on a fish.
There's fish everywhere.
Hey, Sifu, you on your back too, buddy?
It's awful. Okay.
So I go running up and start to take off as my foot slips on a fish, and I end up twisting and flipping into a crate.
BB, you hear the unmistakable sound of Sifu slipping on a fish and busting through a crate.
Oh, I know that
You're
sound.
mistaken. So specific.
Not the
yeah.
first time for this.
What do you do? You've heard a lot of commotion. Most people are off the catwalk now. In fact, it might be just Kim who's up here with you.
All right. Do I hear? I can hear the helicopter, right?
Oh my God, yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. And I can hear but can I hear the pitter patter of people coming from the helicopter?
No.
No. Oh, okay. I think either way, though, I'm gonna say, Sifu, hold on to your pants, and I'm going to grab onto the railing and I'm gonna pull the water release.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna try to wash all that fish out of the way because I don't want to slip on them.
Wash those slime balls away.
Hopefully, knock those people off their feet, send them flying out the front door.
Okay. You know what? Because we are constrained by time, unfortunately, I will say that, BB, your action knocked the remaining featured foes off of their feet. They are not dead, but they are no longer threatening you.
Incapacitated.
Yes.
And as I'm doing that, I'm like, go to the roof, you guys, to the people that were hostages. The last hostages.
Great. So they, you hear them trekking up the stairs, the heavy sounds of exhausted people.
Are you all right, Sifu? Damn it, he's dead. Sifu's dead. I can't hear him. Oh, shit.
He's
So
busy unbuttoning his button.
essentially, the lady with the silk dress gets into the back of the motorboat as Jack watches from his back, sprawled on.
I'm not even like I could still run for it, but I'm aware at this point it's lost, and I'm just sitting there pontificating, and I'm like, yeah, it was my fault. If only I'd been faster. I meant to throw it. Baby, can you hear me?
She gets away. What else? The sun and moon hammer dude she swept off her feet and knocks her head against the pavement and is out cold. And our wolf teeth staff was already gone in a barrel of fish. Who's the last one? 3-section staff guy also fell down in the water.
And I stood up from the back and I watched the boat pull away. Is there any distinguishing features on it that I can tell whatsoever?
Yeah, there are. What are they?
What's the name on the back? It says Elvira.
Elvira the boat.
Yeah. Well, it says My Lady Elvira. And I'm like,
okay.
Fair enough.
Are there any other boats that have been left standing by that may be hijackable?
Yeah, there's probably a couple. It might take some doing to hotwire a boat.
Just a thought.
Fuck it, then I'll do it. I guess I'll run to the boat. I'll run to the nearest boat. I don't know. I feel like I'm like deterred. I feel like I shouldn't be pushing it for some reason.
Do you have fix it?
No, I can take it when I awesome up.
If you do.
I have the most useless skills: classic cars, classic rock, beer, and sports. The fuck
You
am I ever gonna use that?
chose everyday hero.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, but still.
So you stand in the boat for a minute and you realize that you have no idea how to hotwire a boat.
Yeah, but I guess I still try absentmindedly. I'm like,
you can definitely roll it.
fuck, 8.
No,
and I
you can't do that.
Kick it, and then I start stabbing at the wires, so they all spark.
You hear this terrible sound of a helicopter nearby also.
And I look at it landing, and I head over towards it.
Yeah, it's just landed on the street, actually, out in front of the building.
And as I walk back through the building, and I pick up, or I help Seafood up, who's lost his shirt somehow, and he's looking sexy and ripped.
Okay, because I fell in the water, and as it splashed, I was taking off so I could wring it out.
And I help up Kim as well, and we head out to the front to see the helicopter that's landed.
Yeah, it's piloted by Kitty. Liu.
Oh, nice. I'm like, fucking yeah, Kitty.
She slings the 4 of you headsets so that you can all chat in the chopper.
Jesus Christ, Kitty, how did you get this shit? This is fucking fantastic.
This is Dr. Lee.
Listen,
all this shit.
Listen, is it? I saw Benny leave with the girl in a boat. My Lady Elvira.
You didn't get the boy?
Do you see a fucking boy with us? There's 4 of us and a bunch of dead mooks inside.
The 4 of you are all children.
We gotta go after her. You say she's in a boat?
Yeah, she's in a boat. My Lady Elvira. I tried to hotwire a boat to get after her, but I couldn't.
Can this helicopter thing go over water?
Kitty's like, what do you... Yes, of course, but no, listen.
We gotta chase it down.
No, you guys failed. I'm sorry. The Dr. Lee asked me to bring you to the training facility in the woods. Sifu knows. And Sifu, you've been to this place. This is like a training dojo.
Several times.
She's like, there was another assassination attempt at HQ. We gotta go.
Ah, shit.
I'm feeling like a failure. I'm like, fuck it.
You just dropped those out the window?
Yeah, and I sit back.
God damn it, Jack!
And I kick my feet up and I just sit back, defeated, and look out at the Hong Kong night sky.
Yeah, as Kitty pilots the chopper, you all watch the lights of Hong Kong flow by smoothly underneath you, like the sparkle coming off a river. You hear the buzz of the helicopter's blades punching through the sky, rivaling each other's voices, crackling in your headsets as you zoom across the skyline towards the foothills. And I think we're going to leave it there.
That is right. That was a fantastic game, Joe. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, community, for hanging out and chatting along. But it's not over yet. We still have the endgame XP. Who wins? I saw a lot of great comments tonight. I saw a lot of great comments from all you out there.
I'd say,
So happy to hear from
This is not you guys. I wasn't able to follow along in the Discord at all. I'm really
Well,
sorry.
Kellen
I wasn't
did a
watching either.
fantastic job.
I think it
Mook
was
number 1.
Kellen tonight.
I was thinking maybe Mook number 1, which I think is David.
Oh, that's true. Mook had a lot of good ideas
A
too.
lot of stuff.
I was
You know
trying to think, who was it that suggested you do the bad British accent?
Oh, that was Kellen. Okay,
Yeah.
Kellen. All right, Kellen, you win endgame.
Attaboy, Kellen.
You're good. Fantastic job. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight with us. This was Feng Shui Part 2. We're back next week for Feng Shui Part 3. That's right. This is an ongoing series of kick-assery and saving the motherfucking world. I feel defeated that we lost Benny, but I think it's okay. I think it's going to turn out okay for him.
Poor guy.
Hong Kong,
Benny and the
9-year-old boy.
helicopter.
It's going to be totally fine, man. He's going to be alive. Thank you to these guys below for playing with me. Thank you again to Joe for running a fantastic game.
My pleasure.
No, the pleasure's all ours. That is it for me. Is anyone else? Anything else to add? Alex has no visual or microphone, so that's all it from him. So, thank you again for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. We will see you next Wednesday. And as Joe always likes to say,
See you around the table.
we'll see you around the table.